Hey, let's get Neil on here. Neil, Delusional's got some ugly pants on today. We can't have that in this radio station.
He's an embarrassment. Well, he's got those checkered pants that Mo's always screaming about.
Yeah, he should.
Bad news is I come back to town and the Mo skipped out on me before I got in here this morning. God damn you, you silly old coot.
I bet you're upset.
Miserable bastard.
He had a hat on today.
Nasty old Jew.
He had a hat on today that said undisputed.
Disgusting old piece of turd.
Yeah.
Muskrat man.
Yeah.
He's doing a Muskrat Ramble is what I'm. And then I hear the end of his show. I heard Juan and I heard Paul, the New England fan, who I guess is pissed off at us because we won't look at his faxes anymore or read them on the air.
I'm listening.
Yeah, blow out your ass, Mo. And at the end of his show, it comes, well, only 93 days to pitchers and catchers. Well, which one of those are you, Mo? Huh?
Hey,
you Mo?
He's a big
Hey, Howard, you Mo?
He's a big manatees.
Yeah, he's a Mo.
Hey, are you going to
He's a mofo is what he is.
How about the lightning?
I've been here in this building an hour and a half. I'm so pissed off I'm ready to kill somebody. Come on back, Screw-In. That's for you, sweetheart.
Yeah, how did
you
I
crazy
saw
bitch.
you? I saw you hugging her.
Yeah, hug this.
Hey, so what do you think?
I wouldn't touch her with your armpit.
Are you going to the hockey game tomorrow night?
Anus.
Are you going to the hockey game? My buddy Mike Lang said hi to you.
Yeah, hi, Mike. That's my good buddy, Mike Lang. He's a good guy.
He's a great announcer.
Yes, he is.
I wonder why he didn't do the game.
I'll tell you the three best hockey announcers in the world are Joe Bullen, Rick Jenneret, and Mike Lang, not necessarily in that order.
What about me?
Oh, you're an idiot.
Thank you.
No, you're crazy. No, you're a crazy person. I mean, for somebody that doesn't know the game like you and just wants to be, we're getting it up the ass, like that. That's good. That's fun.
Here's Neil again with my old I don't know the game routine.
Yeah,
I don't know anything about hockey.
You would know Frank Mahovlich from Frank,
except I worked with Frank Mahovlich.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
How about Daryl Sittler?
Wrong again. I know Daryl Sittler's whole career. My God, you got to come up with something better than that, old man.
You're an expert, like I said. Why don't you start doing the games instead of that silly old Jugs McDonald?
Well, I think Goldie's eyeing that job with his green shirt.
Don't talk about hockey. I'm telling you, the thing with Keenan's a disaster. It's a stupid move. But
I agree.
Don't talk about it because nobody in this town cares about it.
That's true.
They care about football, to which I would only say, all right.
Yeah,
good.
well, nice job that the Dolphins are doing.
Ass, baby. I got back here Saturday just in time to see a double-barreled piece of crap. Saturday, in fact, it was triple-barreled because the Panthers couldn't score a goal in St. Louis.
Right.
Did you watch any of that game?
I watched that whole game, and I went to the Canes game, and I watched.
I told your close friend Rimmer yesterday, I've watched a lot of games in my time, okay? In fact, I've played in some. Not the kind you're thinking
Rimmer
of.
says he's taking you and me to the Oaks.
He can blow it out his ass. And he can take Mitch Hirsch with him, okay? Yeah. Blow it out your ass. And take your limo guy with you, too, Rimmer. I'm going to rip him in the ass, the limo guy. I got an email
The limo guy didn't even know where he was going today, the penis.
The limo guy didn't even show up.
Way to go.
It's one of Rimmer's boyfriends.
Hey, at least
for a minute. So, on the telecast Sunday from St. Louis, Scott Mellenby, who was a good guy, and he did the thing with the Rats, he was the captain. 10 minutes of the second period, and so boring, and he and Denise are, and in the meantime, all these great plays and near goals and great saves, and Rimmer is silent because they got Mellenby. Whoever is producing that show on Fox, you ought to be strung up with Hermann Goering, okay, you asshole?
Yeah.
What a piece of crap.
Yeah.
Did you see it?
I saw the whole game, every inch.
Well, what kind of crap is that? There were a lot of great plays going on there, and Rimmer can't describe it because they got Mellenby and Denise Potvin, which is like the blind leading the blind.
Yeah.
Talk about coma-inducing. It was worse than
how about this?
It was worse than the Mo show.
I got a better story than that. I went into the
Juan, blow it out your ass too, Juan. Everybody in the world is sick and tired of hearing those same chronics. Mark the Jets fan and Juan and Paul the Patriots fan.
I went to the game.
Get some new callers on that show already. Jesus God, is it boring.
On Friday night, I went to the game and I wore my Penguin sweater in the Panther locker room and shook Keenan's hand 5 minutes before he got fired.
An hour and a half and already my ear is plugged up. It's this room.
Yeah,
there's something in here. This is a sick building.
It's delusional. He's fixing the room with
every time
bad
this
air.
happens, I go for 2 months. My left ear gets plugged up. I can't hear a
Your
goddamn
producer
thing.
wears his orange flowers on his pants.
Yeah, well, you ought to see what he's got inside of him.
Very little.
Yeah, pansy.
Very little.
A daffodil.
He's got a real teeny little daffodil.
I hear he's a dandelion.
He's a gardenia.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's great to have you back in town, Neil. God love you, and everyone else dies.
He likes your tulips, though, is what he told me.
Yeah. I don't want anything to do with it.
I'm telling you, my ear is getting plugged up.
I picked him up for the hockey game the other day.
This room is a piece of crap. Plus, technically, I want to say right now, as bad as our sales department is, and they suck, you know that.
I know that.
Our engineering department could be the worst in the history of it. Even Marconi would be embarrassed.
I know.
Nothing in this room works.
I know.
Everything in here is a piece of crap.
You should have seen him last week tearing down all the pictures of women. They put up your other pictures. When you come into town, man.
Yeah. George has to heterosexualize the studio when I'm not here. By the way, George, you're an idiot, okay? Who can't
have a nice week off,
George
Bill
can't
boy.
get any, and he took all my URL, all the addresses off the damn link on here, and it's just pathetic.
Where the hell's the pharmacist when I need him? Is he here yet?
Ask Rush, he'll tell you.
Yeah, I will ask Rush. Hey, where's that pill boy? God
Say
damn.
goodbye, Scott.
Have a nice day, Neil.
Bye.
I f***ing blow.
Miami has the Dolphins, they're the worst football team.
Oh.
They flub the ball from goal to goal like no one's ever seen.
Oh.
They're on the ground, that's where they'll stay. They're never in control. And when you say Miami, you're talking toilet bowl, 'cause they're the Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins number. How many teams in the league? 32. Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins. Don't bet on them, you'll always lose. They don't know how to tackle. They don't know how to block. No. Their coaches ought to tell them to put Bengay in their jocks. Then they would run much faster, and even in defeat. When we go to the stadium, we'll see Miami Heat, and they're the Miami Dolphins. Roy. Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins number. How many teams in the league? 32. Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins. The team that hasn't got a clue. Miami has the Dolphins, but the Dolphins have no fans. Just 50,000 assholes sitting in the stands. Yes. They watch the game and all they do is moan and gripe and bitch. I wonder how Joe Robbie got to be so goddamn rich. And they're the Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins number. How many teams in the league? 32. Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins. I hear the crowd begin to boo. The Dolphins have Jay Fiedler. That quarterback's a Jew. Oy. Run down the field and he will throw a pass over you. Oy. He'll never win a Super Bowl. You shouldn't be surprised. When he gets cut, that doesn't mean that he was circumcised. And they're the Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins number. How many teams in the league? 32. Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins. Jay calls his signals in Hebrew. The Dolphins have no defense and their offense is a joke. Like George Bush eating pretzels, you know they're gonna choke. They'll always disappoint you when they're in a playoff race. With fewer points than pockmarks on Huizinga's ugly face. And they're the Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins number. Oh, what the hell, 32. Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins. Now they're through. Yes.
A stench of cow manure hovers over this performance by the Dolphins.
Absolutely correct, sir.
10:09 at 560 WQAM. That's enough. 9 minutes was good enough. I'm getting back on a plane, getting out of here. This is, I've been here an hour and 40 minutes. My ear is plugged up again from this sick studio. You're smirking. We've been talking about this for 4 or 5 years now, ever since they built this thing. It's in the vents, it's in the air. It's a sick building.
Legionnaire's disease.
Legionnaire's freaking disease is what it is. Sounds like a good lawsuit to me.
Yes.
God. Not to mention the fact nothing works in here. Hey, Corso, I hope you break both legs, okay, you jackass? Man, he's an engineer like my little late dog, rest in peace, was a goddamn rocket scientist. Engineer my ass, okay? Boy, this place needs an enema. It needs a blueberry. Oh, and by the way, got some more good news for you. My mother calls me yesterday afternoon. Nels, I have some news. My rich aunt. See, here's a little piece of good news for you, Scott. No matter how much money you have, you can never buy a good bowel movement. You know what I'm saying? You could have $1 billion and it still don't guarantee you a good BM. So my rich aunt told my mother yesterday, who felt compelled to call me, you know, your aunt has wild diarrhea, and she gets it every time she drinks diet soda. So if there is anybody out in the audience concerned whether my aunt has wild diarrhea, my mother confirms it, okay? Yeah, that's a true story, because my mother's whole life, 90 years of constipation by Millie the Schmidt lady. I heard Mo this morning say, Bullschmidt. Did you hear that?
He did.
He said Bullschmidt.
1 million times for Neil Rogers. He's in his eye.
No, he didn't say that. And he said Bullschmidt. Guaranteed.
You know, they got the what, yeah, look.
He said it. You're still an asshole, Mo. I'll see you one day this week. I'll be camped outside the studio in my old tired pants. And I hate to break the news to you, Mo, but my paycheck's already in the bank. Got paid early this time. Nice going, Clarence.
No.
Nice going. Like I said,
No.
1,221 votes. They hated the poll on Friday. Very weak response. It was bad. It was a stupid poll question, but I don't care. 1,221 votes about the one tape or DVD. We'll get to that. And we'll get a few calls in today. There's not much going on here, I noticed. Same old crap. I hope my limo driver's listening right now, my former limo driver. I got your email, Ken. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. I got your email, Ken, which I'm going to read on the air. And I got news for you. If that was a guy driving limo on Saturday, it was the strangest-looking guy I've ever seen. I know I have a little bit of difficulty in those areas, but it was a strange-looking guy who said, "Where are we going?"
You're kidding me.
No, I'm not kidding you. When you hear this story, I guarantee you there'll be stains on that chair.
I'm waiting with bated
Good thing you
breath.
wore those orange pants today. 12 minutes after 10 at 560, WQAM, happy Monday to you. Tomorrow's a holiday. I think we're all going to take off. And when I hear that Greg Reed and the Power 96 sales staff are all going to Italy tomorrow, I hope that Silvio Berlusconi is listening, okay? Yeah, he's got some connections in Palermo there to take care of that crew. Man, they're going to Italy tomorrow, always on a busman's holiday. Which is good, though, because that means if I can avoid seeing him today, I won't see him the rest of the week.
All right.
See, so I might stick around. Let me tell you right now, and Troy Stratford, you weren't supposed to come in here because even Fat Boy gave us a $50 check for abandoned pet rescue. Little bald-headed Troy Stratford, you know, you like the way that once that said, we're going to run Ricky right down their throats. Yeah, they stuffed something down your throat all right, and it wasn't Ricky. Okay? The first part of it rhymes with Rick. Hey, anyway, barbecues in the summertime, forget about it. No more of that. No more vacations. Kids are back in school, and you probably bulked up over the summer with all them barbecues. You're fat as a pig, to make a long story short. Balance for life might be the answer. In fact, I got a story here today about Atkins and all these others, and they put people, did you see that?
What's that?
For a year on 4 different popular diets, and at the end of the year, they didn't do squat.
Wow.
So if you're tired of trying to do it, the reason that people don't do it on the Zone is because who can figure it out? A Balance for Life is based on the Zone diet, but they do the figure-in for you. They figure out all the carbs. You don't have to count anything. There's no cooking, no shopping, no cleaning, no worries, no calorie counting, no carb counting, just great results. You'll start seeing results on that scale within just a matter of days. Beast was doing great, but he's a fat pig who can't help himself. Balance for Life is the only company in the world that lets you choose between 2 choices for each meal and snack every day that you're on the program. You just reach outside that door by 6 in the morning whenever you get up, and there's your little black sack. All the food to keep you happy and full all day long. Not crap, not prefabricated chemical stuff, but delicious, great stuff. 3 gourmet meals, 2 delicious snacks, and like I said, it'll keep you full and happy all day long, and the weight will melt off your body. So if you're tired and frustrated of carrying around that extra weight, if you're out of shape, lethargic, if you're diabetic or on the verge of it, take it from me, it's no fun. So let Balance for Life finally help you lose that weight. Call them today. 954-568-3229. That's 954-568-3229. Or visit them on their wicked World Wide Web at balanceforlife.com.
Live and local. This is 560.
The radio's all yours now.
QAM.
I don't have a clue.
I've won the vote. Kate Davis is done. The women voters didn't care that I pinched all their buns. The people of California, they like me a lot. 'Cause just like them, I've had a few orgies and smoked lots of pot. I am the governor, it's true. Too bad that I do not have a clue. Everybody sing with Arnold. I am the governor. Everybody, I am the governor. You like me in the movies. That's why I'm the governor of California.
Bring it in, skinhead. Here's Troy Stanford. Can't do it a check. That's it.
Who can believe it?
Yeah, who can believe it is right. Adam, nice going, Arnold. Nice going. Nice to see you, Duff. By the way, you look pretty skinny, pretty slim. Huh? Duff was in a little late this morning. They were excavating his
rectum.
Check from Troy and one from Fat Boy. And they were also excavating Mo's head for the reason. Hey, Troy, the reason Jay Fiedler can't play for the Dolphins is he and the. Remember those twins, the Egyptian twins?
Can join at the head.
Joined at the head. Well, Mo has got his head up Jay's
rectum,
and for weeks they've been trying to get it out and they can't do it. So even though you saw Fiedler on the sidelines during the game yesterday, you didn't see behind him. Mo was crouched down behind him because he's got his head stuck up Jay's ass. Brian Greasy. Hey, Brian, you suck, baby. You're bad. I told you, he keeps falling down. And every time he gets touched, he drops it, and the ball too. You notice that?
Yeah.
Every time he hears somebody coming,
squirt, squirt,
he gets all panicky and drops it right on the floor, and the ball too. Right on the ground. Hey, Brian, you're bad, baby. You're awful. You're no daddy. And there was Daddy up in the press box. He's got the binoculars now. Oh, gee, not again, Brian. Not another fumble. Oh, not another interception. You know, I was so excited watching that game yesterday. I was squeezing myself literally. I thought, this has got to be like dying and going to heaven. This is almost as good as the Jacksonville playoff game, 62-7. Because really, if Tennessee would have wanted to, they could have scored 100 points. I'm serious. If they really wanted to. Because what you had yesterday was two teams, one that played, and the other one that obviously didn't give a Schmidt, as Mo would say, didn't give a Schmidt. He did say Bullschmidt this morning.
I'll find it.
Yeah, he said Bullschmidt right there on the air. So you know he's listening right. Hey, Mo, you're still an asshole. I'm glad I didn't see you this morning. You make me sick. Okay, let's give the poll result, then we'll get into Ken's email. I might spend the whole show on that.
Fine with me.
I mean, that just sour. Hey, by the way, Troy, I'll be here at 8:30. Don't be bringing people in here at 8:15. I'm not getting up at 6 o'clock in the morning for you, you bald skinhead Schwartz, are you? Crazy person. He is. He's a nut. He's a nice guy, but he's nuts. Yeah, well, if you'd like to meet with a client, 8:15. No, I'll probably be here by then, but don't count on it. 8:30 would be plenty early enough. I would play about 30, but it's not in the thing here. See, another reason that I need to be back in Toronto.
About 30, man.
Because I got to do it in here. It's not on the 360. What? It's not on there. And don't go dicking around and putting it on there because then George will come back, get into trouble with him. By the way, Rimmer, all your contacts, man, except for Dr. Hamp, they all suck. And I'm not going to Ruth Chris. Okay, Rimmer, you're a good guy, but all your contacts suck. Too bad about Mike Keenan, but we're not talking about that. Nobody cares about hockey down here. They have no idea who that is. And Scott didn't pick up his tickets to go to the Penguin game on Friday. That's all I heard all week long. Oh, gee, where's my tickets? So John leaves you the tickets. He calls, leaves you a message. Did he show up?
No.
Did he pick up the tickets?
No.
Did you go to the game? Oh, he did go to the game. Well, good, with somebody else's, with some crappy seats, I hope. Or maybe he sat in the press box. Or in the QAM suite.
Is that what you call it?
I don't know. I've never been in it.
I don't think they have one.
Why would I go up there? Oh, yeah, come on up and see the game in the suite. Why would I want to do that when I have those great seats? Aren't my seats primo? Aren't they good?
Best
I'm going to that game tomorrow night, man. Tampa Bay. I'm going to see a real hockey team, the Lightning. Man, they're good. They are something. Do you see that game, any of the game against the Penguins the other night? 9-0. He's talking hockey again, Greg. He's going to kill the audience. If I've told you once, I've told you a bunch of times.
About 30, man.
Don't talk hockey in South Florida. Although, quite frankly, I think it'd probably be a better idea than our sports shows talking football.
Yeah.
After the Hurricanes and the Dolphins, man, you talk about a quinella perfecta.
2 weeks in a row, I've been very happy.
Aren't we cursed down here? We really are. Aren't we cursed down here, Jim?
All right.
Yeah. 1,200 and some odd votes on the poll. Oh, I should have probably printed it out again. If you only had one tape or DB movie that you could watch over and over again, what would it be? Godfather, 277, wind hands down your pants. The old Godfather. I don't think those drop-ins are in here, are they? Oh, they are in here. That's a beautiful thing.
Leave the gun. Take the cannoli.
Caddyshack came in second, 157. Airplane, 113. Maybe the funniest movie of all time. Sure, funnier than Caddyshack. But, see, on a sports nerd station, you're going to get the Caddyshack crowd. I mean, that was a good movie. It's funny, but not as funny as Airplane. Airplane was what? You thought Caddyshack was funnier than Airplane?
Oh, no.
Don't suck around, okay? You're not going to get any extra hockey tickets for sucking around. It doesn't work. You're not my type. You're not anybody's type. Monty Python and the Holy Grail, 99. Or 102 now. You better read off of there. I don't want to read off of there. Godfather 268. Young Frankenstein had 60. Wild Things 57. History of the World Part 155. The only reason I'm reading the whole list is because I want to get to one of them. The Big Lewinsky 44. Grease 39. Pink Floyd The Wall 35. Clockwork Orange 35. Dr. Strangelove 33. The one that I voted for, obviously. I wonder what the hell that's under. The one I voted for? Where the hell is it?
I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not going to take this anymore. Oh!
Network had 27. Endless Summer, that's what I'm trying to get to, had 19 votes. Endless Summer, the surfing movie, does that tell you? Lots of maricones and cheese out there in this audience. Lots of bugarrones. Endless Summer, it's a surfing movie. With a bunch of young, hot-looking surfers, you know, teenage, mostly underage, by the way. We're going to trace those votes. They're all like 16, 17-year-old kids, almost naked. Glengarry Glen Ross 14, The Great Outdoors 8, Requiem for Dreams 7. See, I wouldn't want to watch that over and over. If that was it, I'd kill myself. It's almost as bad as being in this place. As much as I love the movie, it's not one that you just want to constantly see over and over again. It's so depressing. Right? You saw it, didn't you?
Many times.
Oh, my God.
Maybe for the shock value, that's it.
And you know what? It's not in there. Oh, George, you are such a pile of crap, man. Straw Dog 6 and Until the End of the World 1. Now, seriously, he's just, you know, he's marginal. He's okay. I feel sorry for him. That's why he's still here. Because his wife tricked him into having that second kid. No, that's the only reason he still got the job. I went to bat for him when they wanted to fire his ass when Mo tried to get him canned. And there are only two reasons I went to bat for George. Number one, because of the fact his wife tricked him into that other kid. And number two, just to spite Mo. I wasn't going to let Mo start coming in here and dicking with his show. That's the reason he tried that.
You know, they got the what? Yeah, look.
Yeah, blow it out your ass, Mo, you silly old coot. And by the way, how about them pleats in your skirt? What's that all about? He was complaining about the fact that I don't have, what do they call them in the pants? Creases in your pants. What do they call those?
Creases.
You know, creases. Well, he's got pleats in his skirt. See, but when you have the bag, it's a lot easier to wear like that little cheerleader skirt when you have a bag and reach under there real quick. Yeah, it makes for easy access. Anyway, I'll better do the break, because once I get into this thing about the limo, I mean, the audience won't even believe it. They won't even believe it.
I know, I can't wait.
Oh, you haven't even heard the tip of the iceberg yet from my good friend Ken, who seems to have you know how there are some people who seem to be born under a dark cloud, and there always seems to be some reason why everything they try to do, everything they touch turns to pure Schmidt, you know? And that's Ken. You know, good intentions, I think. But every time he's going to pick one of us up and say, oh, gee, I thought you were going to be downstairs and you're upstairs and I thought you were going to be out of the closet. You're in the closet, whatever, you know. Ken, you got real problems, baby. You got real serious problems. I think probably Rimmer has something to do with it. And I still don't have my Leafs TV, Rimmer, okay? 26 past 10 at 560 WQAM. When it comes to having your carpets cleaned, and as a matter of fact, I do want to say one nice thing about being here. I got a chance to see, now that my dogs are both dead. That's not good, but at least my carpets are beautiful. Because about a month ago, Dry Concepts came, and man, my carpets look like I just had brand new laid on the floor. No more no more mementos from Tiny. They were kind of stuck in the carpeting, you know, around the house. Yeah, you know how that is. A little soft serve here and there. Dry Concepts has been doing it right in this town for well over 20 years. In fact, they've been doing my house for over 20 years. They're the #1 carpet cleaning company in the world. And with the holiday season coming up around the corner, there's never a better time than right now to have those carpets cleaned, taking out all the schmutz, the oil and the germs that settle deep into your carpets over the summer months. Dry Concepts sets the standard to the best in the universe, leaving your carpets sparkling, clean, vibrant, and color soft to the touch. They're dry in just a couple of hours. And they do the same great things for your oriental rugs, your drapery as well. And here's the deal for you. They got a special deal. You can save 15% on your next carpet cleaning with that special offer we've been telling you about. If you want more details, just call them toll-free. There's nobody else in the world does it like Dry Concepts. Take it from me. Like I said, over 20 years, they've been doing me right. 1-800-248-5071. And don't forget, a guaranteed written price before they start the job. No rip-offs, no scams, just a stupendous job every time. 1-800-248-5071, or check them on the World Wide Web at dryconcepts.com.
We're Sports Radio 560 QAM.
Yes! Yes!
OB Tampons, the only tampon designed by women gynecologists.
Only women bleed.
OB Tampons.
Only women bleed.
Because only women bleed.
Oh, speaking of, now you notice I played that, and that's because you told me that the audio was bleeding through on the speakers in there, even when my microphone is closed. Another engineering problem here. Engineering sucks at QAM. can't complain about the work our engineering department does because they don't do any. They suck. How about a little louder, Neil? There you go. You guys are pathetic. I thought once we got Fix It here, we might get some stuff fixed, but we didn't. What we ought to do is get George Corso fixed. You got a rusty knife? I'd love to do that. I'd like to slice his balls right off if he has any.
Let's use a spoon.
All right. Sounds excellent to me. Here's today's poll question. I want to get back to the limo story real quick. But it'll give him something to do. Keep him off the streets. Oh, and you know something I didn't realize. Now, are you aware, before I get to that? My mouse is all screwed up here, too. Even my mouse is tight. Man, this place blows. Where's our website? Now, did you go on the WMD countdown thing? The weapons of mass destruction, Scott, should I spell it out for you?
Yeah, on our site.
Now, but did you notice that there's audio with it?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Eric's been hard at work.
Evildoers.
All distorted on here, of course. Don't that sound good?
Is our engineering involved in that?
Yeah, engineering's involved in that connection there, okay? So not only do his lips move, but he's also doing this whole thing, and the countdown just goes on, and the weapons of mass destruction, while more American kids are dying every day. But anyway, the Miriam Oliphant thing, which I just, it's never going to end until they finally, today could be the day that Jeb says bye-bye. Why should he care about the blacks? They're not going to vote for his successor anyway. If it's a Republican, they're not going to vote for W. So what difference does it make? Get rid of her ass, okay? But here's the big story. Ministers urge support for Miriam Oliphant. Several black churches act for cause of elections chief. She's incompetent. We don't care if she's black, if she's purple, if she put a new chink in the whole deal. We don't care. She is inept. She is incompetent. Non-compass penis, honey. You can't cut the mustard. You're an idiot. And when you consider all the embarrassment that we had, and then we got those 80,000 ballots that never got sent out in Broward, and the people that got like multiple ballots, if you could hear how distorted this thing sounds in here to me on these speakers, you would just crap your pants, each and every one of you listening to me right now. This studio is the biggest excuse, and Greg and Squint, we're number one in billing, we're going to Italy, we're the best. You guys are a joke. Any connection between broadcasting and Greg Reed and Beasley Broadcasting is purely coincidental. I never heard such a sound in my life. God, are you talking to somebody on there? Don't do a show with, he's doing a show with somebody on the phone. Nothing worse than doing a show. Don't argue, where are you calling from, put them on hold and cut the crap. What was that?
Somebody for Abandoned Pet Rescue wanted to send in a check.
Like I said, take all the time you want.
Thank you.
Okay, here's the poll today. Which ethnic or racial group is the most protective/paranoid about its own? You know what that means. Which ethnic or race? Now, we've done this before, similar, but that's okay. The timing is good now. Because this Miriam Oliphant thing really frosts my fat old ass. Which ethnic or racial group is most protective/paranoid about its own? Blacks, Jews, Cubans, or Muslims? And I'm sure that we can put anything you want on there. Right? Did I leave anybody out? I mean, like we could say Chinese. I don't know. Are Chinese paranoid about that? There's so many of them, you know. Oh, I know. How about Italians? No, there's some Italians who are very defensive about that whole mafia thing. Well, we're sick and tired of being portrayed as a bunch of mafia people, even though Don Corleone was over for dinner last night. And that Mama Corleone, man, can she make a sauce like you never had in your life? Yeah, we'll put Italians on there just to pacify, the other groups. No, they won't win. So let me give you a little story. I arrived in Miami at the airport on Saturday, right on time. My plane landed. The second hand, you know what I'm saying? Right on time. I got an arrangement with my limo driver who consistently seems to have trouble making contact with us. I'm sure that he probably doesn't have it with all his other clients. But at any rate, I'm supposed to, as soon as I get to the, as you come out of the gate at Miami International, come out of the jetway, and you walk to the front, and you walk through that area toward the front, and as soon as I get to the concourse there, I'm supposed to call him. I got a toll-free number, and he's going to meet me right out front, to avoid having to stand there and wait to see if he's ever going to show up, which I've done that in the past with him, too. And then he breathlessly comes, oh, gee, it's always some story. So I call him up, oh, gee. It's always OG, not OJ, OG. I got an emergency up north, and I'm racing back up there, but I got a guy who's going to pick you up in a black Lincoln Town car. The lights will be flashing. Go right outside there, outside Gate G, Concourse G, and he'll meet you right outside. Okay, Ken. I go outside, I'm standing there, and of course there's a lot of traffic. You know, it's an airport. Surprise, surprise, there's people coming and going and schlepping and luggage. Do I see a black Lincoln Town car?
No.
With or without its lights flashing?
No.
And I'm waiting and waiting. I wait 20 minutes, which I think is a reasonable length of time before starting to get really pissed off. I go back in, I call, and I said, hey, no, he ain't here yet. Oh, gee, give me that. OG again. See, there it is. OG. You got to change the name of the limo service to OG Limo is what it ought to be.
Yes!
Yeah. Give me another 5 minutes. So I go outside again, and I'm waiting, and I'm waiting, and I'm waiting. Another 15 minutes. Now it's 35 frickin' minutes. 35 minutes. Keep that number in mind, okay? 35 minutes.
Got it.
Not 30.
About 30, man.
No, but 35. Finally, I look way down, not in front of like Concourse G where they're supposed to be, but I see a black, not with lights flashing either, but a black car of some kind. It's so far down there. And I see this woman get out of the car who looks like she just came off the banana boat. She looked like a younger Celia Cruz with better hair. And she's holding up a sign. She's like in distress, like, I don't know what am I doing? And she'd hold up a sign, and of course, from that distance, even though my eyesight ain't too bad, maybe a little cockeyed, but I can't read it. So I start walking that direction. She holds it up like praying that it might be me, and sure enough, Neil Rogers. Great! I get in her limo. She gets in the car. Hello, how are you? And she says, where we going? Where we going? Where are we going? I said, you mean to tell me that they didn't even give me any directions where I live, where we're going? Well, they give me an address, but they don't give me an address. That is I'm not paraphrasing, that is an exact quote. They give me an address, but they don't give me an address. What? How do you like that?
Incredible.
Yeah. If this woman had been off the banana boat longer than a half an hour, I'd be really shocked. I'd be surprised.
Was she holding the sign right side up at least?
No, it was in Spanish. Señor Rogers. Yeah, somebody handed it to her. And a sign, too. Now, we get on the road with some difficulty because this woman, she should have been driving, forget about a limo. She should have been driving a Kia like my little dog, and he's been dead for a year, okay? I mean, it's just insanity. She's squeezing the wheel so tight that I was surprised there wasn't blood coming out of her hands or the wheel. I mean, one or the other. Squeezing it. You know, people that are terrified, she's squeezing it in the wheel, too. And I'm trying to tell her how we get there. I said, take the 95 up to the turnpike, and we'll go up to 595, bada beep, bada boo. Now it starts raining. Oh, boy. And now you think she was scared before. So we're on the turnpike going about 52 miles an hour, and it's not raining hard yet at this point. I waited till I got home. About 52, and, of course, the speed limit is, 65 on the turnpike last time I looked at that sign with the numbers on it?
I think it's suggested 65. It actually moves quite quick.
No, it's not a suggestion. This is not New Jersey, okay? It's not a suggestion. That's the speed limit. I'm not saying, granted, all the traffic is going by us, to the right, to the left, underneath us, over the top of us. She's going about 52, scared schmittless, okay? Now, we finally get to where the hell I tell her to get off, and she comes up to Sunrise Boulevard, and I said, we're going to make a right here, but once you get over, we're going to make a quick left. So what she does is she pulls out, and I see the light is green going east and west on Sunrise, and I see there's some cars coming, and I'm thinking to myself, honey, you're going to get us killed, senorita. And she damn near got us wiped out. She pulled out right in front of the traffic, and then she was like kind of like listing, like a big ship, in a storm, listing from one lane to the other. She wasn't quite sure. Then we finally get to my house, and I tell her it's this house right here on the corner, and she points to the house across the street. This one? I said, no. I said, right across, and so she keeps going again. I said, no, stop. Right here. Stop. Aquí, bitch. Senorita. And then, of course, like 20 minutes later, it started raining like the end of the world. It's humid. It's 87 degrees. This place absolutely, positively, see, anybody who thinks I exaggerate, oh, Neil is so negative, you know what, blow it out your ass. This is a cesspool. This is the end of the universe. Make no mistake about it. Or maybe I just have bad luck here. Maybe it's just not meant for me, Maybe after all those other years, maybe all these years.
About 30, man.
That's the limit, And then you have to find someplace else to settle down. So I got an email, because the Ken, the limo guy, had called my house while this was all going on. Oh, did Neil get home yet? No, not yet. Oh, have them call me. Well, needless to say, did I return the call?
No.
No. Am I going to use this guy again?
No.
Am I pissed off and fired up? Yes. I mean, I had a very uneventful flight, okay? In fact, I slept half of the time, which I very rarely do, but I had to get up 4 a.m. to catch that flight. And so I, nodded off, and it was very uneventful, very smooth, got here right on time. But even after a short flight like that, you're not in the mood to stand outside somewhere, and then, of course, you don't want to go running back inside because you're afraid, because I didn't have my cell phone, so you're afraid if you're going to go make a call that, with my luck, I go back inside, it's just when they're going to pull up. So you're like, your stomach is churning and your guts are, your butterflies are. Hey, Ken, nice job, sweetheart. Just like Mike Keenan, you're fired. No, well, he's a big hockey guy. He thinks he knows something. That's because he knows Rimmer, who also thinks he knows something. 1041 at 560 WQM. Hey, I know one thing. It won't be long now before all the relatives come down for the holidays, or maybe your parents coming down for the entire winter, God forbid. In either case, if you need a new mattress, do the smart thing. More and more people here at the radio station are jumping on the bandwagon like I'm always doing, calling Donald Mattress to get a great night's sleep. Miguel and George and Boca Brian, even disgusting Jeff, don't call me fat boy, hi. Because you can't beat him. When you do business with Donald Mattress, no phony promises, no shell games, no bait and switch. Does great unbeatable discount prices every day on the brand names the world knows and trusts, now including Stearns and Foster Hewitt. And when you call 1-800-Mattress, you pick the day and time for delivery, and you pick the 2-hour window 7 days a week from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m., like noon to 2, 1:30 to 3:30, like that. I've been sleeping on a mattress from these people for years, and believe you me, my back is the only good part of my body. Honest sales prices, fantastic service, everyday low prices, same-day delivery, and free setup and removal, so it's easy to see why Dollar Mattress is ranked the best in the world in customer satisfaction. Don't get sucked in. Don't be fooled by these so-called fakers in the mattress industry or furniture stores. They can't match what you get from Dollar Mattress today, tomorrow, every day. Pick up the phone and call them toll-free. You'll be glad you did. 1-800-Mattress. 1-800-MATTRES, or check them out online at mattress.com.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560 QAM.
Yes.
They got the what? Look.
Ground control to Major Wong. Ground control to Major Wong.
34 seaters, 34 seaters.
When you get your egg roll, put some soy sauce on. Ground control to Major Wong. 8, 7. Lunchtime over, order dinner now.
Absolutely.
4, 3. Unless you tell us, we gon' put on MSG. Rifter. This is ground control to Major Wong. Your total $23.70. But you live outside the delivery area. And that's how come you gotta come and pick it up. Yeah. Let me through the back door. Yeah. This is Major Wong to ground control. I got a few complaints. How the heck I supposed to eat the wonton soup when you forget to give me a plastic spoon, you fool? What's this? Why you don't give me mustard packet?
That's correct.
To put on sesame chicken. Oh boy, this is gonna be a real bad fright. You left out my pork fried rice? What are you thinking, stupid?
See, we didn't put the chinks on a pole so we don't have to worry about defending them, because we don't have any less than anyway. How many we got? About 4 or 5, not 30. 1048 at 560 WQM. So here's the email I get right before the show. Just must be a coincidence, don't you think?
Yes.
Yeah. At about 9:45. Somebody wanted to make sure that I got it right here just before I went on the air so I wouldn't rip him too bad. Didn't work, Ken. Didn't work. Wait till you hear this. Don't interrupt him, Miguel, okay? Don't start playing that game on him that you do on George all the time. Here's the, just relax, okay? Everybody here is so goddamn uptight. Yeah, turn the speaker up so we can hear it, Schmuckhead. So here's Ken's email. Neil, I'm really sorry for making you wait on Saturday. I was waiting right outside the airport to get you when one of my drivers got stuck behind an accident and would have been seriously late for a customer in Boca. So obviously the customer in Boca was a lot more important than I was. The only adjustment I could make was to send a car from an office base next to the airport to get you, as I had to bolt from Miami to Boca, and I made it in 35 minutes, he brags. Well, that's the length of time I stood there cooling my heels right outside of goddamn Gate G waiting for some asshole to pick me up, Ken. He was all the way to Boca by the time somebody finally picked me up, so to speak. The back entrance to the airport where I was waiting was blocked off by construction, and that Miami office is located back in that area. The driver did have to take a detour to get into the airport. That's why he took so long to get you. He? Needless to say, Saturday was a bad day. Now you're getting warmer, Ken. I don't really want anybody else to drive you, but I feel I had to make an exception that day. I feel bad that you had to wait. Well, that makes two of us, Ken. I hope the driver was okay for you.
No.
Unfortunately, I was unable to give him, any directions to your house. Him. Let me know if I can make it up to you.
No.
No. Go away, Ken. Just go away. Don't go away mad. Just go away. Go pick up Rimmer. Pick up Rimmer and Denise and stuck them in the trunk together. Pop, 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 yeah. See who can outshout the other one. See who can drive the other one crazy first. Pop, 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 yeah. Anyway, how's that poll coming? 64 votes. Which ethnic or racial group is most protective/paranoid about its own? 64 votes, black 34, Jews 15, Cubans 12, Muslims 3, and Italians don't have any yet. Except for Joe Daggiola, who's all been out of shape when The Godfather came out. That's a long time ago. That's many, many moons ago. You know how many years that was?
About 30, man.
Ago. That's right. 72, 73, something like that. But the Italians made a big stink about that, but now we've worked on them and finally said, okay, you're right, we're all a bunch of gangsters, we're a bunch of crooks, we don't mind, we don't care, we're used to that. We like the Sopranos anyway. Okay? Ministers urge, is it like freezing in here or is it my imagination? Plus, the corporate, I can't handle it. I'm not going to do the show in here. I'm going to do it out in the hall. No, there's something wrong in this room. I'm already like, gagging and puking, and what is that on, about 40? 68?
About 30, man.
I don't want to be made to feel, well, it's one thing to make you feel at home, but not feel like I'm in Toronto outside with no clothes on. Enough with that already, okay? 68, my fat ass. Yeah, freezing in here. My left ear is already plugged up. Let's get the guy to blow out the vents while we're on here. We'll just play music. This is not acceptable. And you wonder why the people in this building are walking around with strep throat and all sick and puking their guts out? Probably saw Screw-Ann. Ministers urge support for Miriam Oliphant, says the story in the Sun Sentinel here. I'm holding it in my hand right now in the story too. Hey, Miriam, just like Ken, go away. Okay? Go away. You're inept and incompetent. Just like Ken. You're inept. Maybe your intentions are good, but just like Ken, you can't get it done. You've always got, your life is just filled with crises. And you can't get the ballots out on time. And with that big 2004 election coming up, do we want to go through that again in Florida?
No.
And be the laughing stock of the world?
No.
And put Bush in there again, thanks to the fact that his brother's going to diddly and bring Catherine Harris back? You see, she's going to run for the Senate now, that bitch. Catherine Harris, now that Graham's not going to run again?
When did they announce that?
What do you mean, when did they announce it? It was on our website over the weekend. If you look at something besides your penis, you'd find out, okay? Although I realize it takes a lot of concentration. If you looked on our website, all those great bedtime stories I've been putting on there, you'd read that Catherine Harris is considering a run. She's got the runs like my rich aunt because she drinks too much diet soda. By the way, Miguel, in case you haven't heard that, don't drink too much diet soda because you'll get diarrhea like my rich aunt. That was the bowel report for my mother yesterday. Got to give me a BM report on everybody in the family, how many bowel movements they had this week.
About 30, man.
Were they firm? Did they sink? Did they float? Stuff like that. I don't want to hear about your BMs, Mom, okay? I didn't come home to hear about Schmidt. I got enough Schmidt in this place. Ministers urge support. Several black churches act for cause of elections chief. Some black ministers took to their pulpits yesterday morning urging support of embattled supervisor of elections Miriam Oliphant, while others ignored the issue and one black preacher backed a fired election department employee. Let the governor know we don't approve of what's been happening, said the Reverend Eric Jones at the 10:45 a.m. service at Canonia Worship Center in Carver Ranches. He told congregants to bombard Governor Bush with email Sunday regarding Oliphant. I'm not joking. I'm already getting like a raspy throat. I've been sitting in this room for 2 hours and 23 minutes. This is a sick building. There is disease in this building. And I'll be goddamned if I'm going to come back here and get sick again. When's the last time I was out with a cold or anything, like a scratchy throat?
I wouldn't know.
Long ago, before you even were here. Ages ago. But sitting, and of course last time, well, not the time before last in February I was here, what did I have? A stroke.
Uh-huh.
Right. A stroke.
Really?
Yeah. A freaking stroke.
From being in this building?
No, just from being fat and out of shape and sitting on my ass here all day and having all that food out there.
Oh.
Oh. Like the 40-pound. See, this place needs some leadership. That's what's wrong with this radio station. I'm glad I came back this week just so I could take a look and remind myself, this place has no leadership. It's like the sisters that are blind and and they're weak sisters is what's running this place. You got Muffin here who's a nice guy but got the balls of a fruit fly, and then you got Clarence who don't have any balls.
Hey, they should all drive limos.
Although I did get my paycheck early. Thank you, Clarence. You're the best on that, but everything else you suck. That's what the Beast said. He said you suck. Here's our best of Neil total. It's getting close to that $40,000 mark. There's Miguel looking at me who said with a straight face, oh, we'll make 90 or 100, no problem. We do it every year. Yeah, what a comedian. What a clown. What a clown. Of course, you notice if we had the disc in the stores like we used to have them in Specs and Peaches or whatever the hell might still be in business or Borders, then we'd be doing business every day. Are we doing business every day? No. $38,680 for abandoned pet rescue. We're going to get to 40,000 by the end of the week or I'm leaving. I'm getting out of here. By the end of the week. I'm telling you right now, if we don't make 40 grand by Saturday, I'm leaving. If we do make 40 grand by Saturday, I'm leaving. Alex says, hey Neil, aren't we blessed here in Tennessee? P.S. Dolphins offensive is offensive. Keep up the good work, and Mo is a major asshole. Well,
absolutely correct, sir.
I think you touched all the bases there, Alex. Take first base and then go around the bases around and around and around, okay? Keep running around in circles. 98 votes on there, and Blacks have got 50, Miriam. They're sick and tired of your crap. The OJ crap and the Miriam Oliphant crap. Every time a black person kills somebody, oh, he didn't do it. It's a white thing. It's a white thing. Yeah, bull crap, okay? I'm never going to finish till 2 o'clock. I'm telling you right now. Can't you hear this, the way I'm losing my voice? It's getting raspy. Do I have a cold?
No.
Do I have allergies?
No.
Do I have, I'm allergic to this place. You're smiling, but it's not like I'm making this up. I'm not Pharrell. I'm not putting on a voice, which is his real voice anyway. Maybe that's why I got it. But there's no way I'm doing a whole week worth of, I'll do them from home on the phone. I'll call you. In fact, I can be home by 11:30. Ken's out there with a limo waiting to pick me up right now, as a matter of fact. I can be home by, I said 11:30, but I didn't tell you AM or PM. If we call Ken, I can be home by 11:30 tonight.
You could walk home faster.
Ken, you're a piece of crap, man. You're an idiot. You're very sad. And he's probably thinking, oh, but I didn't charge him nothing. But I always gave everybody a nice, even this banana boat lady, I gave her $60 tip. No, seriously, she just got off the banana. You're laughing. She just got off the banana boat. He got her from an office at the airport, at Miami Airport. Does that tell you now? So you don't have to be too swift to figure out who he's going to get. Where we going? Where we going? Oh, they give me an address, but they don't give me an address. Que pasa, USA? You know, she's talking baby talk, crap. And I'm thinking, are you some kind of a moron? She said, yes, sí, señor. She was squeezing that wheel so goddamn tight, she could have just crushed it. I thought I saw blood dripping out of it in the wheel too. I'm almost positive. I'd like to see blood dripping out of Ken. Oh, what a sweet thought that is. You are such a loser, Ken, but again, keep in mind, I wonder if he knows Mitch Hirsch. Because they both know Rimmer. It is freezing in here, man. It's freezing. I'm going to catch like pneumonia in this place. I say lawsuit. Lawsuit against the Beasleys. This is an unfit, and like I said, we got a bunch of wimps out there who won't stand up for anybody. Engineering, it's the same old thing every time. When I'm doing a show in Toronto, I'm in the comfort of my own apartment. I can control the temperature. It's very comfortable. There's no allergies. I hop out of bed in the morning. I don't have to drive through all the asshole traffic. I sit down in the studio. I do a fine show. Everything is great. Everything is fine. Nobody screws around with the equipment because there ain't nobody in there. Nobody diddles with everything. Not here. This is the home of the diddler. 10:57. See, I can't even greps good from this place. Even my burps are raspy now. You hear that? Hey, if you're underpaid and overworked like Scott and Miguel, maybe you'd like a new high-paying career, but you don't have 4 years to waste on college. Here's the answer for you. Call Todd Dreck. He'll get you a new job. In fact, we'd like to get him one, okay? Picking up garbage with his teeth. Call Fast Train today, toll-free, Fast Train. They can have you trained and certified for a high-paying computer network professional career or a high-paying medical computer specialist in as little as 4 months. That's correct. You can be fully trained and ready for a new career in as little as 4 months. Fast Train offers day, evening, and weekend classes. They offer you job placement assistance and financial aid to those who qualify. And can you really believe they're paying for these spots with the kind of crap copy Todd Drek gives us? I can't believe they pay for this stuff. What nice guys they must be. And Fast Train's got 6 convenient locations, including 4 right here in South Florida. They'll serve you even better because there's bound to be one nearby you. So if you want to get out of your dead end, if you want to get a real job, if you want to say goodbye to your asshole boss and your colleagues, call Fast Train right now, toll free, 1-866-FAST-TRAIN. Check them out first on the web if you like. Get more info, call fasttrain.com. And then make that call. It could change your life in a really positive way. Call Fast Train, toll free. It's 1-866-FAST-TRAIN.
Live and local. We're Sports Radio 560 QAM.
Mackinac. This is Joe Bowen, the voice of the Toronto Maple Leafs, and you're listening to the Hockey Authority, Neil God.
This is Kmart. Don't use that kind of language around me. Roberto Cavalli. You heard of him?
Yes, I have.
Stop it. Do you have gay friends?
When they roll into town, they are a sight to see. Those 5 well-dressed gay men in a big SUV, prancing and giggling on my TV. Those queer eye for the straight guys are more like 5 women to me.
Yes.
They tear up your bedroom and throw out your clothes, wax your eyebrows, pluck the hair from your nose. They're good at their jobs, but do they sit to pee? 'Cause those queer eye for the straight guys are more like 5 women to me.
Uh-huh.
Time that they leave you, you're thinking their way. It's no longer a bedspread, it's now a duvet. And you find yourself shopping for fresh potpourri. Those queer eye for the straight guys are more like 5 women to me.
It's okay. Everyone wets the bed now and then. Look at that. Uh-oh.
It's nice of you to say, but I don't know. But if they're in town, please send Carson and his friends to me.
11:04-560. Too many wimps, too many faggots here at QM. Nobody with a firm wrist, man. Nobody to really get the iron. That's what we need. Iron Mike. He's looking for a job now. He'll come in here and kick some ass, right? Let's get Mike Keenan here. What do you say?
All right.
He'll run this place. You'll see no more BS, man. No more, oh, gee, Greg, it's a fight. It's a fight in the hall, Greg. No more of that. No more of that limp-wristed approach to broadcasting. Get some macho guy in here. Like me. Anyway, here's Jorge, one of our former sponsors, who's looking for another free plug. Hey, listen, I appreciate it, Jorge. He wants to come in and do an evaluation of our workspace. You know, the air. The only problem with that is this place going to pay for that?
No.
Are they going to allow it?
No.
No. Because they know that even if you did it for free, you're going to find this place is, they would condemn this place the first minute. I get, and then they'd have to pay him off too, just like they probably pay off the elevator inspectors. You know they gotta, because the certificate is on the thing there in the elevators, you know that they had to pay somebody off. There's no way those elevators are going to pass any inspection, because they're always breaking down. You never had a problem with the elevators?
One of them lands kind of hard.
Oh, really? Well, that's about the only thing in this place that's kind of hard, I'll tell you that. 5670560. I'm not making it up. I'm not trying to be like, oh, he's such a sourpuss. He's such a... No, it's just I come in here already in a sour mood because of the limo story, but other than that, everything's fine. Except the fact that it rains and cats and dogs 24 hours a day, and it's 100 degrees in the shade and humid as hell. Other than that, what's not to like? Right? What's not to like about this place? Especially those Dolphins.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, now we're talking. And the Hurricanes.
All right. 2
in a row. This is an organization of sourpusses that if they lose one game if they lose one game in 2 years, now they lose 2 games in a row, side by each, back to back. You can just imagine the suicide that's going on out there, huh? Decrease the surplus population, make some room for the rest of us. Nothing but suicide. And then, of course, the Dolphins 5-4 now with a little girl quarterback. You know, it's got to tell you the extent of how desperate it is when you're praying, if you're a Dolphin fan, you're praying for Jay Fiedler to come back.
Oi!
That tells you how bad Brian Greasy is. Plus, Brian, you're still as ugly as Daddy, man. You are brutal. Keeps dropping it and just, you hear somebody 20 yards down the field come, oop, there go the ball, there it goes. Like a wet watermelon seed, like Rick Weaver would say. 130 votes on the poll. Black 62, which ethnic or racial group is the most protective / paranoid about its own? Black 62, Jews 36, Cubans 23. 23 Cubans.
Incredible.
Muslims 7 and Italians 2. I must have left somebody off of there. Here's our first call. I bet you it's going to be great. Here's Miami. Hello.
You miserable.
Yeah, it is. I told you. Here's Coconut Creek. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Neil, you had a great show on about the Saudis and about Bush.
Yeah, I don't talk to old people, sir, okay? 5670560. I want to talk to somebody under the age of 90 who isn't just one of the Chronics, okay? That would be nice. Otherwise, we just might not take any phone calls here today. We'll play a lot of music so I can clear my lungs out, clear out my pipes. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon line. Here's Fort Lauderdale. Hello.
Yeah, how you doing, Neil?
Okay, sir.
Listen,
are you going to be our first real call of the day or not?
I was a limo driver for 16 years.
Yeah.
Okay, and I have the most sympathy for you because I used to get in screen fights with my boss all the time because he scheduled things wrong, and he would wind up leaving people sitting there, call another company, and not even bother faxing them over a complete sheet where the person lives, how to get there, and everything else.
Yeah.
I mean, this happened countless times. We lost many accounts because of stupidity. I mean, I'm sure that if you wanted to wait 35 minutes, you would have had somebody, your friend, wait for them to get off of work.
You know something? I could have gotten in a cab. There were 8 million cabs, even though it would have cost me an arm and a leg. I have a few bucks. I could afford the cab. I could have gotten a cab within 10 seconds of when I walked out there to the curb.
Right. And let that be a message to all limo drivers. I drove limos for 16 years, so I can speak. Let all limo drivers show respect.
Yeah.
And also limo owners.
And then he's got the chutzpah to send me an email to brag about the fact he made it all the way up to Boca in 35 minutes. So in other words, by the time I finally got my ass into the car, he was already in Boca taking care of somebody who was obviously much more important than I am.
That's right, exactly.
Well,
show
screw
some
him.
Respect.
Thanks a lot, Pally, and have a great day, and don't do it again. There's a guy that probably screwed over a few people. He's not too happy about it. At least he's honest and he apologizes for it. You limo drivers out there, what the hell's wrong with you people, man? And then this Ken guy, he's always telling me, oh, well, gee, everybody's always complaining. Well, we have to put up with it. Well, I can see why. I can see why. As in CYA, which is what you try to do with a damn email. Cover your ass. Forget about it. Thanks for the memories, but no thanks, okay? Tragic. Here's a fax from Slammin' Sammy. People over 35 should be dead, it said. Well, that's the end of me. Okay. I feel like it already.
I'm checking out too.
Like all the good calls we've had so far, it's going to be great. I don't care. I'm ready for a lot of good calls. I don't care what they are. Makes no difference. If every lunatic on the planet calls, it's fine with me. I really mean that. I don't care. I'll even talk to Blind Mike. My. Want to hear some jingles, Mike? Come on. Let's go. Let's hear a few jingles. Because that's the least of my problems. I still get paid. My paycheck showed up early on the 7th. Today is the 10th. It's payday. They sent it on the 7th, so it'd be there when I got home, just to impress me. Oh, look at that, Neil. We're even paying you early. Don't you like us a lot?
No.
Don't you love the Beasleys?
No.
Don't you love working for these people?
No.
Only the money. And that's only because it's in a contract. Believe me. They cry. Every time that they send that check out, they cry. Tears roll down their eyes. I'm serious. And, of course, Scott, when he gets his check, he cries.
For a different reason.
Right. Here's Miami. Hello.
Yo, me?
That sounds like you. Yes, sir.
Hey, Neil, how you doing, man?
Que paso?
Hey, that show Skin that got canceled?
Canceled, yeah.
I think the naughty-looking black dude in jail, isn't that Clarence Thomas III from the Mod Squad?
Yes, it is, and he's 100 years old. Can you believe that?
He is. I thought that was incredible.
How come they cancel that show? What's wrong with the public out there?
I don't know. I thought it was okay.
I thought there was some pretty good flesh in that show.
Yeah, that it definitely had. Hey, listen, do you think...
maybe the Reagans got it canceled.
I wouldn't doubt it that they got together with the Bushes.
Yeah.
Hey,
or maybe they got together in the bushes.
You think Bob Greasy was cringing up in the booth when he was watching his daughter get gang raped yesterday?
Oh, man.
Because that's what it looked like
Oh,
to me.
no. Well, you know,
I was thinking maybe Brian and Brock Berlin could get together and make little girl quarterback.
it's a good thing he wasn't listening to Mo on the broadcast, because Mo did say
gang rape is funny.
He did say that. And have a great day, pal. You're out of material. Please, I hope. 5670560.
From WQAM.
And pound 560. You got a lot of good stuff in here. I can't believe that. I can't wait till
Friday.
We just play Mo drop-ins today, huh? Look how much Scott's making.
50 a day?
Cent. 11 past 11 at 560. I see there's no show betting at Pompano Park, so better not rip them while I'm doing their spot, because Dick Feinberg and Steve Wolf will get upset. Saw Kevin Wallace and Brad Kramer at Windsor Raceway last night, Fat Rich. Just a message to Rich. I'll be there tonight, Rich, with bells on, okay? I'm going to go to the hockey game tomorrow night. I'm going to make the best of it this week. You know what I'm saying? Unless I'm sick from this place. Oh, man. And he's right. Where is Moses? Isn't Moses supposed to be here?
Last week.
Oh, no, now don't tell me he's not going to show up, because that's going to, like Tessio said, screw up all my plans. We got to get Rush all that OxyContin, or he's never going to get out. 12 minutes after 11 at 560 WQM. Hey, all you harness racing and horse racing fans, Pompano Park is doing it. It's their 40th anniversary season, the track featuring top night time horse racing and high-stakes poker. What'd I just say? New post time for the first race at Pompano Park tonight and every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday, 7:05 p.m. And the poker room is now open again from noon to midnight every live racing day. All you old cockers go out, and if you like your poker, Pompano Park is open 7 days a week and nights, featuring the best in simulcasting, harness, thoroughbred, highway action for all across North America, including Mohawk and Woodbine, of course. And don't forget that general parking and admission are always free at Pompano Park. Today for the live racing, new this season at the track, a 20% increase in purses, a nightly giveaway of a $400 betting voucher, and a revamped free Power Play rewards program that gives you points for either betting the horses or playing poker that you can redeem for special gifts and betting vouchers. And every Wednesday night at Pompano Park is Dollar Night. Dollar draft beers, hot dogs, sodas, and lots more. Pompano Park, a block south of Atlantic Boulevard on Powerline Road. For the new racing schedule, you can call 954-972-2000 or go online at PompanoPark.com. Pompano Park, where Wally Hennessy is most definitely the Antichrist.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560. QAM.
Let's get a life.
Mom is proud of you, Mo. Nice going, baby. When in doubt, let it out.
Do they sit and watch the TV with a finger up their butt? Whoa, I'd love to know what Christians do for fun. Read the Bible in the corner while fondling their nuts. Whoa, I'd love to know what Christians do for fun. Most are white and pasty from the fast food they eat, inhaling bags of macaroni and cheese. Cut holes in the bed sheet just in case they reproduce. That's just about all they're allowed to do. I'd love to know. Ooh, I'd love to know. Do they get a swollen pud while cleaning out their gun? Whoa, I'd love to know what Christians do for fun. Do they polish up the fish on the tailgate of their truck? Whoa, I'd love to know what Christians do for fun. Sit and stand and eat and sit back down again and chew. And wash it all down with a 12-pack of brew. Live a life of boredom, up to heaven you'll go. God only smiles upon boring assholes. I'd love to know. Yay, I'd love to know.
Look at that, not too bad. 59, 15 is 59. Not too bad. 14, 3, partly cloudy. You can scroll up. John Jarris wants to know the weather in Rome.
Excellent.
Look at that. Maybe a little no rain. I don't see any rain at all. 15, 16, 61, and low 40s. Not too bad.
Excellent.
Thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome.
Everybody's coming in and giving me the checks for Abandoned Pet Rescue. See, they wanted to wait till I come back so they could suck around. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
And have a great time in Rome. In Roma. Say hi to Papa while you're over there.
I will.
Give me a high sign for me. Give him some oxygen, too. 11:19 at 560 WQAM. Looks like he could use it. The Pope. Not in good shape, huh? If the Pope would only smoked a little bit more dope, you know, the good stuff. If he only would have had George's phone number. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. I think I'm finally adjusting. It's like a culture shock being in this place. And by the way, Ken, nice job at that limo. I don't want to do the whole show on that, do I?
Yes.
Just such a horseball job, man. And when somebody is bragging to you, oh, I was up there in 35 minutes. While you were standing out there waiting, praying that somebody might show up. And, of course, this guy, didn't have to do this and he had to do that. And I couldn't give him, right. So, in other words, he hadn't got any clue who drove me home or anything surrounding it. He just called some banana boat company there at the airport, some desperate limo flunky place. Why didn't he just tell me, hey, listen, I'm very sorry, but I have an emergency. My dog just crapped on the carpet at home, and you have to take a cab. I wouldn't have been too happy about it, but at least I'd have been home, right?
Sure.
And so how much more, seriously, could it have cost me? I gave her a $60 tip. How much more could it cost me for a cab?
About 30, man.
Yeah, right? From Dade to Broward? How much would that be? I would say about 90. Right? With the tip?
No more than a bill. No more than a bill.
Yeah, right. I can handle it. It's about what I'll lose at Pompano Park tonight because we got no show betting. I'm going to bet $2 to show. How do you like that, Dick? And all the simulcasting. Just as a silent protest. I'll have $2 to show on the 3 and the 4. 171 votes. Which ethnic or racial group is most protective or paranoid about its own people? Blacks, 80. Like Miriam Oliphant, for example. Jews, 53. Like Meyer Lansky. You ever hear any Jews defending Meyer Lansky?
No.
No. Cubans, 28. Muslims, 8. And Italians, 2. 2 greaseballs out there, huh? 2 for the Italians. So we got a whole bunch of checks here, which is good. Well, that's good news for you. If Schleimy ain't coming in until Thursday, that means maybe you can scam some of these hockey tickets before he gets his ass in here. See, I don't understand that. George really fell down on the job on that deal. He was supposed to be here today. He was supposed to be here today.
He was supposed to be here a week ago.
He was supposed to be here a week ago, okay? Moishi? Not cutting it, Moishi. I'm going to have to sick your daddy on you. Oh, speaking of your daddy, this Prince Charles thing. I have been telling the audience for years there's a lot more than one queen at Buckingham Palace. I've been telling them that. And they said, oh, yeah, that Neil, what a clown. No, I told you. And you want to know how I knew that? Because they're Brits. The British guys are almost all queens. Almost
Really?
every one of them. Oh, yeah, it's like Spix. Same thing.
I'll mark it down.
Top aide quiz Charles about his sexuality. I got a thing here. I'll take some calls first, but it goes on at great length from the Daily Mirror of London. At great length. It's about this long, he said. That's why Diana used to laugh all the time. Here's a lady in Aventura. Hello.
Hi, Neil. A belated happy birthday.
Thank you.
And you need to suck on a zinc cough drop. That'll help your...
No, I'm not sucking on anything right now.
I knew. I opened the door for that.
Fine. By the way, thanks to the van lady for my nice birthday card. Thanks, sweetheart. I hope you feel better. Go ahead.
You're welcome.
No, not you, the van lady.
Oh, I know, but that's me.
No, it's not.
Okay.
No, this is the crazy lady.
Yeah.
Have a nice day. I said I'd talk to anybody, but not her. She's a lunatic. She's a crazy person. 5670560, pound 5, what?
Aren't they all?
No, they're not all, well, most. Here's a call from Pompano. Hello.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Hey, this is Ken, the guy. Retire, asshole.
5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T line. Here's Coral Springs. Hello. Coral Springs.
Hi, Neil. Good
yes.
morning.
Good morning to you.
First-time caller.
Well, excellent.
This caller that I heard before, someone...
Someone what? You heard before what? He's gone. He's dead.
Someone like he fell off a plane or
I think he just fell right out of the goddamn plane. How do you like that? Just like, what's her name? Eve almost did on Passions. Well, it's a damn good thing Julian brought her back in there.
That's right.
Well, why did you do that, Julian? I'm going to beat you. I'm going to kill you. That TC, man. Just calm down. Take a couple of doggy downers, will you, TC? Just one. I'm trying to think where the hell we left off on Friday on that show. Charlie. Charlie is floating up on shore. She's running around. They got the lights on Charlie there on the island. They got her cornered. Oh, by the way, little Jerry with a squiggly handwriting. You don't have to waste your time. You don't have to sign these. It's always you, okay? But the fact that I'm here now, you can waste some of our fax paper, which I see you're doing already. Little squiggly writing Jerry that's been faxing me for 6 years with it. Oh, you're so that, but you're listening every minute of every day. Aren't you, sweetheart? You're listening every single minute of every day. You got your thumb deep up your ass listening to this show and massaging your prostate, which is probably good for you. Oh, now why is he doing that? Why is Jeff from the Pizza Loft on? This just frost my fat ass.
You said you talk to anybody.
I didn't. I'm talking about callers, not people like you.
Oh, okay. So I just wanted to tell you I'm going to come and visit you.
No, you're not. No, you're not. You're not bringing me any food.
I don't have to bring food. I have to go there to talk to the salespeople anyway, so I was just going to say hello.
I drove past your place in Davie last night when I went to Walgreens, in a plantation rather.
Yes.
And the help looked real lonely in there.
I have certain things to tell you about.
Yeah.
There's going to be some changes.
Yeah.
So, but
nobody will ever listen to me. Now, you see, one thing I've learned in my life, all these 100 years that I've lived, is you can never tell anybody anything because no matter how smart I am, everybody else is so much smarter. You know what I mean?
Has nothing to do with smart. It's the same thing with kids. They don't ever want to listen.
They know
to their
everything.
parents.
That's what I'm saying. That's right. They know it all, and no matter what you tell them, okay, we have to learn the hard way.
It's human nature. Everybody has to learn from their mistakes.
I have friends like that. No matter what I try to tell them, they're smarter than me. They know it all. Okay, go ahead. Screw up your life. Have a good time. Go out and get some kind of disease.
The good thing is if
go out
you
and get some
learn
penicillin.
If you learn from your mistakes, you're okay. If you don't learn from them, then you're an idiot.
That's what Al Goldstein said. Another good friend of yours.
Yeah, that's another man with a lot of problems.
Yeah, well, that's why I threw him in there, right.
Uh-huh.
Hey, by the way, Al, let me have the keys to your apartment in Amsterdam. Okay, you're not using it. He's never going to get to go there again because he can't leave the country.
I don't think he's healthy enough to go, man. He's taking a beating.
What do you mean by that?
Mentally and physically.
Oh, I heard he lost 100 pounds, but that's not the way to do it.
Yeah. Anyway, it's good to have you in town.
No, it's not. No, it is not good to be in town. It's a night. For why? Why is it good for you to be have me in town?
Because I could come and be a pain in the ass and see you and,
I don't want to see you. I know what you look like. I know exactly what you look like. You never change.
I have a new look. What are you talking about? My hair's even shorter.
Yeah. That's why nobody's coming in plantation anymore. Who wants to see some skinhead?
I'm in Davie now. The Davie is my store.
Oh, so in other words, you're not connected with the other one?
At the end of the year, there'll be a different name and a different person there.
No more.
Yeah.
So, but I'll fill you in on the details.
Oh, it'll even be a different name.
Yeah, just don't tell anybody, okay?
Okay.
We don't want anybody to know.
They got the what? Look.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. Anyway, so it's good to hear from you. Good to
How about your good buddies, the Dolphins, baby? Oh! That was a beautiful performance. Thank you very much. See, I'm thinking, Pat Riley was smart enough. He quit before they could fire him because they lose every game. And then listen to me. Mike Keenan gets canned after the game in St. Louis. And now Wannstedt, if Wayne had any brains at all, Wannstedt would be canned already. He'd be fired.
Not true. They're going to still end up 10-6 in the playoffs.
Oh, you are so full of crap, man. The Ravens are going to kick their ass on Sunday. You're dreaming, man. You're in la-la land. You're one of those. See, this is what kills me about Dolphin fans. Yeah, like me, I'm a Leaf fan. They're actually playing better than I thought they would, but at least I know when they suck, okay? I don't pretend, my team is the best. We're going to win the Stanley Cup. We're talking Super Bowl. All the fans down here they're in delusional state like you. You're dreaming.
That's what a fan is. That sticks with the team through
just
good
because,
and bad.
Just because Louis Oliver used to take showers in the back there at the loft, that doesn't mean you have to get that tight with him,
Well, I happen to have been a Dolphin fan from 1966.
Well, my sympathies to you.
Games.
My commiserations.
Okay? And I plan on keeping that up. And they're going to come back and surprise everybody.
Yeah, okay, Jeff.
Okay.
I'm sure that everybody in South Florida feels a lot better hearing you say that.
Everybody has ups and downs.
Right.
Just like the Pizza Loft.
They're manic depressives with no ups. That's the Dolphins' problem.
It is a bummer.
Have a great day, Jeff. I'll see you soon. And don't bring any food in here. That's going to be the end of you. I'll put that Davy place right on the toilet.
Problem.
Okay, take care. Bye-bye.
All right, bye.
Wow. 11:28. Nobody will ever listen to me. My whole life, that's one of my great frustrations. You try to tell people things for their own good. What is he now? You're so negative. And then, right away, we're going bankrupt. Hey, I'll tell you a place that's really great. One of the best-kept dining secrets in town that's going strong in South Florida. It's Coral Springs, Gold Coast Seafood Grill. They just celebrated their 1-year anniversary, and they got 3.5 big bulging stars from the Sun Sentinel Showtime Dining Review. The Gold Coast Seafood Grill's got all kinds of great dishes, including mango plum salmon, almond-crusted mahi-mahi, orange honey-glazed sea bass, and crab and shrimp-stuffed trout. There's a great bar atmosphere at the Gold Coast Seafood Grill with an extensive wine and martini list. Big fat martinis at happy hour, only $5.50 from Fort. Boy, damn it! The levels on this board are a nightmare. Our engineering department sucks. In case I forgot to tell you that, Jesus. Big martinis at happy hour, only $5.50 from 4 to 7 p.m. every day, 7 days a week. The Gold Coast Seafood Grill in Coral Springs at 2752 North University Drive inside the beautiful, prestigious Walk Shopping Center. 954-255-FISH is the number for reservations and more information. 954-255-FISH. You can dine inside or outside. Large parties and private functions welcome too. Experience the best-kept secret in lunch and dinner dining. It's the Gold Coast Seafood Grill in Coral Springs, and you'll find them at 2752 North University Drive inside the Walk Shopping Center. You'll always find great seafood at great prices at the Gold Coast Seafood Grill.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560. QAM.
Are you searching for a new sensation in dining? If you're tired of that same old bump and grind, then why not revisit an old friend and eat at the Y? That's right, folks, because here at the Y, we've turned our old facilities into a mouth-watering buffet. And you've never seen a spread like this one, featuring some of the most delicious entrees you've ever tasted. And if you like eating Mexican, you'll love the Y because every night is taco night. Or if you enjoy the taste of wild game, our chefs prepare a lip-smacking sautéed rabbit baked in a golden flour crust. That's right, hair pie. It's all here. Literally mounds of piping hot food, including juicy steaks cooked medium rare. 'Cause when you eat at the Y, all the meat is pink in the middle. Or if you like spicy food, here's an unusual entree, a red-hot Cajun mule steak. Talk about a piece of ass that brings tears to your eyes. It's lip-smacking goodness you won't want to miss. So the next time you eat out, slide on down to the Y.
Located just north of Hershey Highway off the number 1 exit.
Eat at the Y.
Yes.
26 till noon at 560 WQM. I know some people probably been eating at the Y all weekend long. Widow leaves. I already had this story on. Why are you people faxing me stuff that we already had on? We talked about this on Friday. Joan Kroc leaving $200 million to NPR. Remember that? Remember that, Scott?
Yeah.
Now, what are you listening to in there? Are you listening to TV? Scott is listening to TV.
No, I'm not.
Well, what are you listening to?
I have a buzz in my ear.
No. I could hear it and hear it was so loud. Scott's watching television. I said to him, you remember on Friday we talked about, he doesn't even know I'm talking to him. I'm leaving. I'm getting out of there. I'm going to get up. Wouldn't that be something if I got up and walked out? I am so tempted. You have no idea. This just ain't working, man. This studio, the levels are all over the goddamn place. Engineering's a disaster at QAM, and we're embarrassed by it, and we're pissed off and fired up about it. And Scott's an idiot who's watching television in there. You know, we need that TV in there like we need hemorrhoids, okay? Why do we have a TV in there? Why does George have to have a goddamn TV in there? That's him again. That's George being George. Watching goddamn Playboy TV and a bunch of titty crap on there. We don't need that. We're supposed to be doing a radio show. I mean, if there's something in the world going on, like here's CNN.
Has a fat back.
Yeah, there's a chicken flap. They're flapping at a KFC. That's the hot story. There's nothing going on. More dead bodies in Iraq. That's about it. Here's a fax from a Denver fan who says, happy to hear you're in Bananatown, Florida. Came in just in time to see those sorry Miami fans mourning. I love the days after a disastrous weekend. Love that Dolphin defense. Says the Denver fan. Well, just wait till the Patriots kick your ass. Oh, that's right. They already did. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon Wireless line. Get a lot of great calls on here today. Prince Charles is a queen. They thought he was waiting to be king. Well, come to find out, he's going to be king. A queen. Now, let's see, 38,680. What do we get? We didn't add these checks up that we got today?
Was I supposed to be keeping
No,
track?
no, neither one of us was. It was my fault. I should have, because probably like around 39 grand now. We'll get to 40 by the end of the week, or I'm getting out of this place. Prince Charles was questioned about his sexuality by his most senior aide. It emerged yesterday, says the Daily Mirror of London. Sir Michael Peat had a face-to-face meeting with Charles just after becoming his private secretary in August of last year. A royal spokeswoman said the talks came amid all sorts of rumor and innuendo. Yesterday, Charles flew back from Oman to face a renewed storm over claims of an incident between a servant and a senior royal. The prince denies this ever took place. Former press advisor Mark Boland said Pete had asked him, do you think Charles is bisexual? Royal aide Sir Michael Peat, a man with a reputation for seeking the truth, talked face-to-face with Prince Charles last year as rumor and innuendo raged that emerged yesterday. Their meeting was revealed as Charles flew home from the Gulf into a growing furor over a former servant's claims to have witnessed an incident involving another palace employee and a senior royal. The rape. This is not a new story, by the way. This story was out months ago.
Really?
Oh, yeah, about how one of the senior palace employees was supposedly raped by one of Charles' servants.
I must have been watching TV.
Charles declared on Thursday night that he had no part in that, and he said the incident did not take place. Yesterday, the controversy was reignited when his former press advisor, Mark Boland, said Sir Michael had asked him, "Do you think Charles is bisexual? Would you like some spotted dick with your lunch?" Clarence House has now indicated that Sir Michael, Charles' private secretary, did have a puss-to-puss meeting with the prince to discuss rumors circulating about his sexuality. He's a fag. He's another queen. And, of course, Prince Edward, we know he's a fag. And Prince Andrew, I'm hearing, is a fag. Huh? And Prince Harry, he might as well be because he's so goddamn ugly. Right?
Sure.
The one with the red cheeks?
Rectum.
Yeah, there too. Now, let's see. There is a thing in here in the story. This is a very long story.
I got time.
No, I'm not going to read the whole thing. It's two, because they don't care about it anyway. No, it talks about the incident. Oh, here it is. Former royal valet George Smith claims he was raped by a royal servant at St. James Palace. Mr. Smith, a veteran of Falklands, the big Las Malvinas War, told Princess Diana, and she's understood to have taped his story. There have been investigations. That might have been a good reason why they offed her, you know it? That might be why they killed the bitch. There have been 3 investigations into the allegations. The palace and police both found no evidence. A probe last year by Sir Michael Pete also found nothing. Mr. Smith yesterday alleged he was stalked by a hooded gunman from 1966, beaten up and told to keep your mouth shut or that'll be it. If you don't, I'm going to come in there physically remove that TV set. What are you looking at?
The Tab of Life International on CNN.
Why are you looking at it? First of all, it's not on now.
Just took a look at 4 of the most popular diets.
Yeah, I had that story on our website. I got it here. It was on yesterday. It's on our website already. It's old news, CNN, okay, honey? Put something new on, like Prince Charles is a fag. You are so easily distracted, man. It's just unbelievable. You must be hanging around with Pharrell too much. Too many bad drugs. Too much bad drugs. 5670560.
You know, they got the what? Look.
Pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. Now, let's see. The schedule shows here the Mad Dog is going to be really foaming at the mouth.
All right.
He's going to be here 2 to 4. He is going to be suicidal, I bet. Then you got the Humper at Shula's today, 4 to 7. I guess I'm not going to see Hank today either. Huh?
No.
Haven't seen Hank in months. He's supposed to be here tomorrow, though. Maybe I'll still be here. Ricky Williams show at the Cleveland. Ricky, man, did you see when he got tackled by his hair that time? That's the 3rd time this season it's happened already. Seriously. You saw it, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
He got tackled by his locks, by his Rasta locks, which is one more good reason not to be wearing those, okay? It looks like crap. Who's the other dude on the team that's got the Rasta locks? There's one other guy. No, seriously, there's one other player on the team.
No, I know. I just don't know his
He's got
name.
the same. Let's go to the same barber. The Humper at 4 from Shula's Ricky Williams show at the Cleveland tonight, 7, 8 o'clock. That should be an embarrassment. Yes. And then you got the Hurricane Hotline at 8. That should be like a wake at Tony Roma's. 80K at 10 and Mark Eisenberg overnight, which means Joe Costello ain't here tonight. Maybe Joe's going to just come in here and diddle with the board a little bit. That's what Scott just told me, Joe. He said, you come in here and do your guest and your auto racing crap and you diddle with the board and screw up the equipment, all that stuff like that. But then that's Scott. You know, he's a sourpuss. Here's Cutler Ridge. Hello. Go ahead. Just close the door on that tea room there and talk all you want. Just talk to the little instrument, the little bowl. 5670560. Now, you know that's not going to be my man line 9. I've been trying to teach you this for a long time. You know it's going to be that Chronic. Here's the Chronic on 9.
Is Russ back yet?
Yeah, see? 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T. No, Rush ain't back yet, as a matter of fact. He's still waiting for the goddamn OxyContin to show up this month. 19 till noon at 560 WQAM. We'll let you know when he's back, okay, Pally? We like to give him a good old handy crap. Because he's full of it.
You know, they got the what? Look.
1141 at 560 QM. 233 votes on that poll. And this all stems from that Miriam Oliphant story, which I notice nobody's talking about. That's okay. That's fine with me. It's like anything else. They got nothing to say about it. Which ethnic or racial group is the most protective, paranoid about its own people? Blacks 108. Jews 70, Cubans 42, Muslims 11, Italians 2. We should have also put, Catholics on there, even though they're not ethnic or racial. Should have put Catholics, right?
Sure.
For Dennis. Hey, Dennis, let's put some Catholics on there. Come on, Eric, let's go. Catholics. Gays. Let's put gays on there, too, for Prince Charles. Oh, not the royal family. They're not engaging in that kind of buggery. I'm sure of that. No buggery there at the goddamn palace. 18 till noon at 560 WQM. Here's some big news. Hallett Pontiac GMC has just been voted the #1 Pontiac GMC dealer in Dade County in customer satisfaction. And our good close personal buddies Tom Lehman and Joe Prieto want to say thank you for your support. Stop by Hallett right now and check out the Pontiac Vibe. Normally it retails for over $20,000, but at Hallett Pontiac right now, this second, you can buy it fully loaded for $16,500 plus tax and tag. I noticed Bob Eisenberg wasn't in here because he's given me this piece of copy that's got all kinds of mistakes in it. Plus he hasn't given us a dime for abandoned pet rescue, so we haven't seen Bob Eisenberg with his bad due. Hallett is your truck headquarters with over 300 to choose from, including the Yukon and the Yukon. And coming soon, the new Envoy XUV and the new Envoy XUV, too, the most unique SUV on the market. Great Neil deals every day at Hallett Pontiac GMC, or like it says here, at Hallett Pontiac GMC, 13401 South Dixie Highway. That's US 1 across from Falls, open every day, 7 days a week. If you want more info, were you born with some kind of a mental defect? I was just noticing that. There's something missing in your head. For more info, call the Neil Rogers Neil Deal Hotline, toll free at 1-888-534-4211. He's trying to figure out what I'm talking about. I have never worked with anybody so strange in my life. 1-888-534-4211. Don't forget, all offers subject to credit approval. See the folks at Hallett for details. Hallett Pontiac GMC, unlike Scott, they are professional grade.
Live and local. This is 560.
The radio's all yours now.
QAM.
What are those on your feet?
Shoes.
What else?
Socks.
Spell it.
SOCKS.
You just said kiss my in Cantonese.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry. Hey, what's that around your waist?
A belt.
Spell it.
BELT.
You just told someone to off in Zulu.
Oh, my.
And that's just one of the many techniques you'll learn with the National Profanics Language Cassette Program. National Profanics can have you cursing in Spanish, French, Italian, German, and a host of other languages in just a few weeks. So call 1-800-you today, because the most important thing you'll need to know about other cultures is how to tell somebody off.
Say, buddy, SOCKS.
Okay. 14 till noon at 560 WQM. Happy Monday. I realize this is not a good day to be coming back here. Everybody's down in the dumps. First of all, it's a Monday. Secondly, it's been raining like cats and dogs. And thirdly, the sports people are, "Wah, aren't we cursed down here, Jim? Wah," crying like a bunch of little children. And then my Keenan's gets canned. Wah. Hey, Geldy, you're nothing but a suckhole, okay? See, no matter what the organization does, if they would have shot Mike Keenan in the ass, he would, oh, that's a good idea. Yeah. Oh, he would have said it higher than that. That's a good idea. Because he's a suckhole for the organization. That's why you see him up there on the goddamn scoreboard between periods. He wants Jugs McDonald's job. So he's just gonna, no matter what they do, he has no credibility there. Well, he has no credibility anyway, talking like he does. Like a baby. 5670560. So I realize that you're down in the dumps in here. I'm trying to cheer you up a little bit, right?
No.
Yeah, trying to make you feel a little bit better about life. Saw that thing on the news about 400 times over the weekend about the school. We had it on Thursday. Was it Thursday, I think, not Friday? Goose Creek, South Carolina.
Thursday.
Had that on Thursday. Saw it live there on CNNC. George tells Scott that instead of paying attention to me in the show, he's supposed to be sitting there watching TV, watching the news. See, it's all George. George is the one. He creates, it's like Dr. Frankenstein. He creates all his monsters like your predecessor in there, like Beaner Boy. He was probably getting him the drugs. He creates all of his own little monsters, and then he just kind of steps away. Oh, well, this one's incompetent. I made a bad mistake, that kind of stuff. Why do I need you to be watching the news? I'm watching the skiing, the little kid skiing on there in Whistler, Canada. He's smoking some good crap there. Little 8-year-old kid, he's smoking a big fat one. Well, it's Whistler, BC, So I'll find out what's going on in the world. What's that? My check? I already got my check. Is that another check? Good. There's another. Just keep bringing them in, Duff. Just keep bringing in the checks. What is that? Don't look at it. Just bring it in. Bring it in. He's looking at it. Maybe they made a mistake. Maybe they paid me twice. Don't be looking at it. I'll split it with you, okay? I'll split 50-50. Thank you. Well, what is that? What is this? What is this for?
Is one of them bonus?
I don't know. I'll check it out and let you know later. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. Like I said, I'm leaving. I'm getting out of here now. I can't believe that they did that. This is a company. I'm not saying nothing, and you're not either if you know what's good for you. It's 11 before noon at 560 WQM. He's got my check. I would have sworn maybe that was another check for another day. I don't know. Body parts found in leaking FedEx package. FedEx workers discovered a shipment of 2 human legs and an arm where one of the boxes was found leaking at a company depot. Police said, I can't do that. I got to give this back to you. They already paid me. I can't take this. It's a mistake. Well, you can come in right now. You don't have to wait. I mean, I might change my mind before you come back. No, tell them it's a thank you, but it's a mistake. I already got that check. It's already in the bank. No, well, let me take a look at the date on it just to decide one more time, because I like the amount. No, I mean,
that's the check
for
for the 20th.
the 20th? What do you mean for the 20th? That's not for the 25th. No, that can't be right, because that's got a talent check. Excuse us, folks, while we argue about my money. No, this is for the 10th. This is a mistake, okay? Although, you know what? Maybe you're right. Maybe this is the first part and the talent check's going to come separate.
Maybe it's,
I'm not going to open your mic.
Oh, come on, man.
Get out of here. That microphone doesn't work either. Are you crazy?
Maybe it's just a good faith thing.
How do you like the way that sounds, Scott?
Sounds like a tin can.
Hey, everybody, it's QAM, and are we screwed up or what, huh?
Shh. See, I told you not to turn that on. Well, I don't know what to do with it. I'll tell you, I'll hold it. I promise you I will not deposit it. You find out what it is. Find out what it's for. I can't deposit it here anyway unless I leave real quick, which is not a bad idea. 567. So anyway, I saw that thing on all the news networks a million times where they had the kids down on the floor with that drug bust at the... And we had one call about that?
No.
I'm sure you people saw it, and this is the way they got you conditioned in this fascist country that you're living in. And you just accept that. Everybody hit the floor. It's a drug bust. With the guns drawn, 15 crazy cops in some redneck Yahoo school in South Carolina, in Gooseneck, no less. Rednecks in Gooseneck. And the public is sitting back there, oh, I want to talk about the Dolphins. What are we going to do? That fried greasy blows, and let's fire Dave Wannstedt. And you know why I say let's fire Dave Wannstedt? I say, that's a great idea.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead. He's a loser. He was a loser with the Bears. He's a loser here. He's an idiot. Here's Plantation. Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
Pretty good.
Hey, we know George is just trying to prove his manhood by having Playboy in the studio. He's a fag. Everyone knows that.
Yeah, okay, good. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon line. Here's Fort Lauderdale. Hello.
Hello.
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
I'm a longtime Hurricanes fan.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's been fun. But
why?
I mean, well.
Are you one of those people that paints up your face orange and green?
No,
good.
I don't do like that.
Good, thank God.
I just enjoy watching them. But anyways. It seemed to me like Chudzinski seems to have like...
No, wait a minute. Are you talking sports to me?
Yeah, certainly.
What, get out of here. Are you a crazy person or what? He's talking about the Hurricane, what they need, the offensive line, and Donna Shalala has got a big one. I mean, I don't want to hear about that crap. Are you nuts? These people are insane. You're right. You were right before. It's the first time you've been right this year. 567. Can you believe this paycheck thing? I don't know. I should have just kept my mouth shut. Am I stupid or what? Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe it's like a duplication. I should have said, hey, Clarence, where's my check? And Duff would have come in, oh, here it is, Neil. But I can't do that because then they'll catch it and then then they'll, fry my ass. 567-0560. Come on, where's the action here? Where's the excitement? I'm back in town. Everybody's bitching. He's out of town too much. We got all this stuff to talk about here, and this guy wants to talk about the goddamn offensive line of the freaking Hurricanes, okay? Are you a crazy person or what?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. I forgot he's a Hurricane fan. He answered the question already. What? Why do you have I'm going to put it like a curtain so I don't have to see you. No, not forget the fact that you're that ugly because, but just the idea that you have these expressions that ordinary, sane, rational people don't have looks like that on their face ever. Ever. Man, if you people could see it. Here's Miami. Hello.
Hey, Neil, how you doing?
Okay, sir.
Hey, you're probably not going to like this call, but...
What does that? What does that mean? I'm not going to like this call.
Because you're not going to like what I have to say, but...
How do you know that?
Well,
Why are you prejudging what I'm going to think?
All right, here's what I got to say.
Maybe I'm going to love it. Maybe it's going to be great, but I doubt it.
Here's what I got to say.
Yeah.
I've been listening to you. I'm 33. I've been listening to you for as long as I can remember.
Right.
I'm born
100
and
years.
raised here in Miami.
Right.
And
I'm a bad guy.
lately, man, every time I turn on the radio, it's whining and bitching and boning.
Well, then don't listen anymore.
Well, I knew you were going to say that too, and believe me, I mean that's certainly an option. But
That's an option, but
everything is so negative with you now. The
like
place
what?
Sucks, the country sucks.
Yeah.
I mean, you're talking about your paychecks, and Canada's so great, and
I never mentioned Canada once here today. I never said one word about Canada.
Today, but you talk about just, yeah, I mean, things,
I guess I lost those ball games over the weekend. I'm the one that's all sour and bent out of shape.
I don't care about the ball games.
I'm the one that screwed up all the equipment in here in this place and made it like a nut house in the studio.
Look, I'm worried about you. I think you need to get a new outlook on life.
No, I'm not getting any new outlook. I don't take advice from other people how I should look upon life, okay? If you don't like the show, have a great life. Goodbye. Very, very simple. I don't take advice on what I should say. We already have enough people in this country who are being told to act like a parrot and just repeat after us. You will like it, you will like it. I'm not going to do that. Ain't going to happen. Oh, you're so sour and you're so negative. Oh, well, bye-bye. Very simple, easy. Well, that's an option, but, and he's not going to do it. Is he going anywhere?
No.
Of course not. He's not going nowhere. All you want to do, and I'm the one who's supposed to be negative. You have nothing to contribute to this program. You have nothing brilliant to share with your fellow citizens of South Florida. And so what do? You call and take a cheap shot at me. I don't care. I got not only do I have my check in the bank, I got an extra check. How do you like that?
All right.
Yeah. I got checks up the ass. How do you like that, sweetheart? I got money that hasn't been printed yet. I got purple 20s. Forget about the pink ones. They're passé. Plus it's bad for my image. 56705. If I knew I was going to have to come in here all week and look at you act like an asshole, I definitely would have stayed there. Here's Plantation. Hello.
Hi, Neil. That last guy that just called is totally all jealous.
No, he's right on. He's on it. I'm negative.
Hey, but it's nice to have you back. Hey, I just want to ask if you happened to see Al Gore on Sunday.
Yeah, I did see that. He was great.
Yeah, that was tremendous. And
too bad he wouldn't have done that in 2000. You know what?
Mm-hmm. Do you think that's going to be a thing where that's going to launch him into more of the national campaign?
No, are you kidding me? Al Gore, forget about him. He's as boring as a cigar store Indian.
I know, but if all the other guys could pass on that message, man, we'd just run over Bush.
Well, you're right. No, don't say that, because the public out there, they're still buying into his bull crap. It's astonishing to me. But the good news is the numbers are dwindling like crazy. In fact, the independents, he's already behind among the independents. And the latest poll against, he's like fitty-fitty with somebody that doesn't even have a name yet.
True.
In fact, here's the story from CNN. A poll released Saturday finds more registered voters want to see President Bush voted out than kept in office in the next election. How do you like that? 50% said, the registered voters said they don't want to see him reelected. 44% said they do.
So that's why we need more of your bedtime stories that way to get it out there, man.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to make the difference, man. Make no mistake about it. And how about them hurricanes? Have a great day, pal.
Thanks, Neil.
See you. How about them hurricanes, huh? They're doing it. They lost 2 in a row. That's why everybody's sour. Oh, you're so negative, Neil. This town is just a bastion of negativity. Sitting there in Toronto most of the time doing the show, and what do I get coming in? The input, you can smell it, you can feel it. You know, even if you try to be positive about something. You can't do it in this town. I'll give you a classic example. I went to Publix yesterday morning. Will you take those stupid shades off? Jesus, God, are you an idiot? Is this man an idiot?
Yes.
God. No, like I said, put them back on. I go to Publix yesterday morning, and I got a few things. Saw one of my good friends, the old guy there, the bag boy, a 90-year-old bag boy. He's a good guy. And I leave, and I get my beautiful Corvette. As I'm leaving, here's a woman coming in a big, she's driving like an SUV or something. That, you know. So as I'm going to make the turn to go out to the exit, obviously there wasn't enough room. So I just sat there and I waited and I let her make her turn. So instead of like nodding or thank you or like, she just gives me that like a dirty look, you know, like the typical South Florida, like, oh gee, what a pain in the ass, you know. As opposed to like in a civilized place like Toronto, as I just use it as an example. I'm sure there are others, I haven't found them yet, where the people would have said, thanks, have a great day, eh? Thanks very much. No, instead of that, she gives me like the old, I hate you. And you want to know why she's miserable? Because she's probably stuck here, you know? Probably had a couple of illegitimate kids. 11:57 at 560 WQAM. Hey, listen, if you're sleeping on a lumpy mattress, your back is going to give you the message in no time at all. Believe me, you'll feel like crap. You won't get a good night's sleep. And that's why you ought to be calling our good friends at Dollar Mattress, because that's the smart way to get you a great night's sleep. The mattress industry is notorious for phony claims and shell games, but when you make that one easy call to Dollar Mattress, no phony promises, no bait and switch. When you call the other people, what do they tell you?
You know, they got look.
Exactly. But Dollar Mattress gives you great unbeatable discount prices on the brand names you know and trust every day now, including Stearns and Bananas Foster. When you call 1-800-MATTRESS, you pick the day and time for delivery, any 2-hour window that's convenient for you. In other words, when you're going to be home 7 days a week from 8 in the a.m. till 10 in the p.m. Sleep on a mattress from Dollar Mattress and your back will be almost as lovely as Moe's. Honest sales practices, fantastic service, everyday low prices, same-day delivery and free setup and removal, so it's easy to see why Dollar Mattress is ranked #1 in customer satisfaction. And by the way, Duff, if you think you're getting this check back, you're going to have to pull it out of my hands. Don't get sucked in by those phony deals in the mattress showrooms and the furniture stores. They're a rip-off. Get the real deal from Dollar Mattress. Miguel is doing it. Boca Brian's doing it. Even Fat Boy and George are doing it. Of course, I've been doing it for a long time. Sleeping on a great mattress from Dollar Mattress and whatever else we like. Call toll-free 1-800-MATTRES. You'll be sleeping as soon as tonight with a big, comfortable smile on your puss. 1-800-MATTRES. Or check them out online for more information at mattress.com.
We're Sports Radio 560 QAM.
That great-looking piece of ass over there in Section 127?
I like it. I like it.
I didn't know you liked canoeing in the rapids, Mo.
That's a manly thing to do. And I like men, stupid.
Ow! Don't hit me with that oar.
Oh, what?
Ow!
Now, did you paint the side of this thing like I asked you?
Here, Mo. 560's 4-hole radio. Just like you said, right there on the side.
Let me get a good look at you. Oh, Bobby, I'm all right. I got to bend over to see.
It's right there, Mo.
Where?
You got to bend over the side more to see it. See, that's it.
Hey,
Yeah.
what do you think you're doing? Oh, you thought you could push me overboard, huh? Why, you...
What is... Mo, wait. We're heading for a waterfall.
You think I'm falling for that old trick? Why, I'll have you...
Well, at least we're on shore.
Yeah, the woods. And not a fine mess you got me into.
Yeah, looky who dropped in here, Jeb. How you fellers doing? I'm Georgie. That's my uncle's sister, Jeb. Howdy. And this here's my brother and my pa, Marvin.
Howdy.
Mama named us after all the Bushes in honor of the greatest president this country ever had, George Washington Bush.
Well, it's real nice meeting you, and
You ain't going anywhere, sister.
Now, see here, my good Christian friend.
You just drop your George and get on your knees. You too, girlfriend.
But wait, I'm a virgin.
You sure sound funny, but I like your lips.
Don't.
Yeah, pipe down, Kelly. You'll get used to it.
How's that, Mo?
Yeah, you'll be feeling like a woman in no time.
I got it back, Jess. You get the front.
I suppose you want me to squeal now, huh?
Don't see how you're gone.
Now, you're not gonna put that...
Rectum.
1204-560 WQM. Happy Monday to you, whether you like it or not. I'm the one that's sour. That's the one that gets me, man. That's what really kills me. 308 votes on the poll. And let me give you another piece of example. Why I shouldn't be here. Door just opens. There's Muff again, trying to kill me with kindness. Oh, there's some sandwiches down the hall. Can I get you a couple? Now, what did I say about food? How many times have I said since I sat down here at 8:30 this morning?
About 30, man.
I'm not eating food while I'm in here. I damn near killed myself the last 2 times. I'm not going to get force-fed food. I don't need to eat. This isn't a goddamn cafeteria. It's not a kitchen. It's not a radio station either, but it's supposed to be. It's not a broadcast studio. It's far from that, but it's supposed to be. We're doing a freaking radio show. We're not doing a goddamn gay gourmet. We're not doing the Iron Chef. It's the freaking Neil Rogers show. It's a radio station. So I know your intentions were good. And by the way, Scott is calling you the paper pussy, which I think is disgusting. At least paper tiger would be good. 567-0560, pound 560. I like that shade of red. Pound 560 on the AT&T. It won't make any difference. It takes a lot to get canned around here, believe me. You got to turn Duff or Greg down. Or both. That's what Prince Charles said. He turned them both down. Here's a call from Boca. Hello.
Welcome home.
Yeah.
Neil?
Yes, sir?
When is your personal appearance?
Here's a call from Fort Pierce. Hello.
Uncle God?
They're good, aren't they? They're great. Yes, sir. Speaking.
Sorry you're back.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, my God. Quick suck job real quick. I'm one of your faithful truck driving listeners for about 6 years now.
All right.
There's a small army of us out here, too, believe you me.
And I just want to say to that guy that called with his goddamn blinders on that you're negative. You're part of the problem down here because you can't even see it. You're too busy bitching about it. And I just have to turn you on every day.
I love the way when I said to him, you can turn it off. Well, that's an option, but in other words, he's going to tell me how I should view life and what I should do to make him happy. I mean, how do I do that when I got all these thousands of people listening? Am I supposed to how do I appeal to each one of them how they decide I'm supposed to do the show?
You just do what you do, and then if they can't
That's
put
what I
something
do.
to
I
deal with
do a lot. And believe me, my mother's very jealous.
Well, it's quality doo-doo, let me tell you.
The best, man. You ought to smell it.
Real quick, I'm sure you already covered the Mike Keenan getting fired bit.
Well, I covered it as much as I can on it because nobody cares about hockey here, so why dwell on it?
Well, that's the same.
It's like a death wish.
Now, is this the same deal as when they fired McLean?
Yeah, Doug McLean. That was the straw that broke the camel's back the first time around when they brought in PM. And keep in mind that first night when Brian Murray coached, they beat Boston 10-5, and from then on they went straight downhill, and that was the end of the organization as we knew it. And now this Alan Cohen guy that bought the team, he doesn't know what the hell he's doing. This guy's an idiot. He's a total idiot.
This is the interim coach. Where's his position in this before he became coach now?
He was the general manager. Now he's the general manager and coach, which doesn't work out too well, as we discovered in Toronto. It sucks.
Oh, God, here goes the BM thing all over again.
Right.
Okay, well, let me go get a different team. Go hockey.
Okay, good luck to you, pal.
Thanks, Neil.
Yeah, this organization has been screwed over, and Alan Cohen and that whole Bernie Kosar thing, which you saw how fast he disappeared, old Bernie, and the whole dog and pony show. And I'll say it again, I saw a little bit of that game against Minnesota not too many nights ago, and there was, against L.A. rather, there was nobody there. You were there.
Yeah.
And even you admitted if there were 7,000 there, they were counting the ushers and the people that got lost in the parking lot.
Pretty much.
Nobody there. They've destroyed it. It used to be a fun thing, especially in the old building. It was great. We built that great, had that one great year, went to the Stanley Cup Finals. And since then, it's just like what happens with everything else. They destroy it and tear it down. 5670560. Nobody cares. Pound 560 on the AT&T. Just like they don't care about that story from Goose Creek, South Carolina. People ought to be screaming bloody murder about that. You ought to be scared schmittless, man. This is going on in America. They're coming in with their guns drawn, and your kids, I guarantee if it was your kids in their school and they did it, you people would be foaming at the mouth. You'd be frothing right now. You'd be rabid. You'd be doing rabbis. Here's a call from Jupiter. Hello.
Hey, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Another one of your trucking buddies.
All right.
And I just want to call to say belated happy birthday.
Thank you.
And happy birthday to me.
When's that?
Today, sir.
Oh, today is your birthday. Well, let's give this guy a little something.
Thank you, sir.
Have a happy, Pally.
You too.
And if you're smart, stay off the road.
Okay.
Good luck. Boy, these poor bastards, I'll say it again, you people that have to drive for a living, like you limo drivers out there. Oh, man. You know, anybody can make a mistake. Anybody can be a few minutes late. I'm not a perfectionist. I understand people have problems on the road. The airport's all messed around. But don't be giving me a song and a dance about how you got all the way up there to Boca in 35 minutes while I was standing there on a curb peeing in my pants waiting to see if I was going to have to walk home to Plantation. Probably could have used the exercise, but not a good idea. God almighty, Ken. In fact, pick up Rimmer while you're at it. Even he wouldn't ride with you no mo. Although for free he might. No tip. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. Here's a call from Pompano. Hello.
Hello, Neil.
Yes, sir.
I'm Ken, the guy, the limo guy.
The what?
Canada, asshole.
Okay.
He agrees with the guy. Go back to Canada.
Okay, yeah, I probably should be a lot. See, now you can't. This crowd, you can never please them, because George is always saying, "Oh, they like when you heard better because you're more aggravated here." So now I'm here, I'm more aggravated. Now go back to Canada. You're so negative. See what I'm saying?
You can't win.
It's a catch-22 with the South Florida audience. They're all bent on and pissed off and fired up. It's like Mark Higgs. Like Mark Higgs, he was number 22. Didn't we get that straightened out?
Yes, we did.
Yeah, and Troy Stratford was 23.
Right.
And still has that big bald spot. You're okay now, Troy. Gave us a check for Bandit Pet Rescue this morning, along with Fat Boy and John Juris. And who else? Somebody else did, I think. Did we get 3, 4? See, they waited till I came back into town so they could impress me and stick it right in my hand and the checks too. Here you go, Neil.
Didn't Clarence give us one?
Clarence, yeah. He's thinking about it. 567. Oh, boy, this is brutal today, man. This is absolutely brutal. I may have to go to my bedtime stories. I got a pile. I don't want to. I want to converse. I want to have verbal intercourse with my good, close personal friends out there in Radioland after almost 30 years. And this is what we get. Critiques. Oh, you're so negative. You're such a son of a bitch. Yeah, and what's your point? But I can't turn it off. And you won't turn it off. That's the best part. Under no circumstances will you turn it off. And we all know that. You're glued to it right now. In fact, you're squeezing yourself just with excitement from the fact that I'm even dignifying you by talking about that call, that guy before. What is it? 1211 at 560 QM. Mad Dog at 2. Boy, he's going to be sour today. Wow. He is going to be just, you talk about bad, smelly diarrhea. He is going to be in a real nasty mood, even worse than my aunt. Speaking of diarrhea, whether you're on the Atkins diet, South Beach diet, Sugar Busters, or any other low-carb diets, here's a store that you're going to fall in love with. In fact, I just got a note from our good friends, Alan and Lewis at Delights, and there's a whole new list of great items for you low-carb dieters in stock. For example, individual-sized cheesecakes in 4 flavors. They have a cup of soup. All you do is add water, microwave, stir, and enjoy. Great way to have a low-carb meal at work. Control-carb brownies, Jeff's chocolate and vanilla egg creams with less than 1 carb. At last, chocolate crisp and chocolate mint bars with no maltitol, thank God. So speaking of BMs, you can have a good healthy one. They have Flaxo meal granola with no maltitol. Judy's low-carb peanut brittle. I can't wait to try that someday if I live long enough. Blitz stoked mints. Champion Light drinks are back in 5 delicious flavors. Simply low-carb bread with stevia instead of like sweet and low. Uniquely delicious taste. And La Nuba jams. Jam on it, baby, in 7 gourmet flavors. And thousands of other great items for your low-carb diet. That's Delights of West Boca, where you can try any product in the store before you buy it, and where all Atkins products are on sale today, all day, every day, even Veterans Day tomorrow, 7 days a week. They're open daily 10 to 10 on the northeast corner of Glades Road and 441 next to Boston Market. You can call and get more info on Delights at 1-877-LOW-CARB, LOWCARB, or on the web you'll find them at lowcarb.com. If you're on one of them low-carb diets and you're desperate for something with some taste for a variety, this is the place you'll find them. Delights of West Boca, your official Atkins retail center.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560 QAM.
Bastard.
Sarah, what's the matter?
Oh, Judy, I just found out. Michael has hard-on.
Oh, no.
I just don't know what to do.
Well, when Shirley's boyfriend had one, he went to the Hard-On Treatment Center of America.
Hard-On Treatment Center?
Yeah, it's a place where they teach men how to wake up small and uninterested.
Do you think they could help Michael?
They were very kind and caring when Philip had his boner. He doesn't even watch the USA Channel at night anymore.
The Hard-On Treatment Center of America, helping so many Americans through their hardship. Brought on by Big Boobs and so many Aerosmith videos. Please call today. Don't get excited. You're not alone. The Hard-On Treatment Center of America. Cold water standing by.
1217. I'm trying to think of a word for you, Scott, and the word that just popped in my mind was incompetent. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon line. Which ethnic or racial group is most protective or paranoid about its own pipple? Blacks 152. How's it going, Miriam? Them preachers, man, they're sticking up for you. If she was white, they wouldn't have 2 words to say about that bitch. I'll tell you that right now. If Miriam were white. Oh yeah, get that bitch out. But because she's black, therefore it's some kind of a racist conspiracy that the governor and everybody else wants to fire her ass. She's incompetent. Don't you people get it?
No.
Jews 103. Cubans 61, Muslims 14, Italians 4, and Eric never put the other ones on there because you're not talking to him. And don't do it. You're having enough problem just without doing anything extra. Just sit there and look stupid. 5670560. Not one call about that story in Goose Creek, South Carolina, about that drug raid in the school. Not one. And I guarantee you, everybody in this audience has seen that. They showed it 50 million times over the weekend. CBS, CNN, MSNBC. All of these things. Oh, well, we got to clean up them drugs. Drugs are bad. Here's Miami. Hello. Miami, buenos dias.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
Neil.
Speaking.
Sorry about that.
So am I.
I'm calling about, I want to talk about that school thing, too. That was just disgusting, especially since they found nothing.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, Neil, about that cartel up there in Washington. I mean, how are they controlling our media? I don't get it. They didn't want to show.
They're controlling it because Michael Powell is the chairman of the FCC, and because they're holding it over their heads that if they want to go and play fast and loose, buying up all the TV and radio stations and newspapers, they better goose step right along. Which is why CBS canceled the Reagan miniseries, and which is why you get one version of the news.
Yeah, we complain about all those third world countries that pushed by the media,
right?
And we're bug ones too. I mean, not me. I'm not following because I knew everything from the beginning.
Well, if you look on our website today, we got a great story by Scott Milford. Speakers say media bears some blame for the war in Iraq, and they're absolutely correct.
Oh no, that is absolutely right. I told everybody, all my friends, all my right-wing Republican friends, all these fascist neo-Nazis, that this war was about oil and money for
right.
Petel.
You must have heard that from me, right?
And all those people. And you know what? I've got a good idea for a bumper. I wish I could afford to do it, but Clinton lied. Nobody died. Bush died. Soldiers died.
There you go.
Impeach the son of a gun right now.
Impeach the son of a bitch right now.
You got it, Neil.
Thanks, pal. Have a great day. Misleading and incomplete reporting by media news outlets helped President Bush steer America into war with Iraq. Speaker said Friday during the opening session of a 3-day national conference on media reform at UW-Madison. This war could never have taken place without the complicity of the news media, said John Stauber, author and founder of the Center for Media and Democracy, a group that seeks to expose corporate and the media that sold this war doesn't want to examine how they did it, which is why we put that link. I think we got a lot of hits on that thing, too, on that CBC thing, on the conspiracy theories. Andy Goodman, host of Pacifica Radio's Democracy Now! Program, said war would stop if media outlets showed images of injured and dead Iraqi civilians, including children, as often as they showed images such as the toppling of a large statue of Saddam Hussein draped with that American flag. Goodman also faulted the media and U.S. government for failing to tally Iraqi casualties. She quoted Secretary of State Colin Powell as once having justified this by explaining that the military doesn't count enemy deaths. I don't consider a little dead Iraqi girl or boy on the ground my enemy, Goodman said in front of about 1,600 people in the Great Hall of the Memorial Union on campus. The conference, consumer advocate and former Green Party presidential candidate Ralph Nader was a part of this as well. But there you go. The American media sucks. Make no mistake about it. Oh, that's right, I'm being negative again now. And, of course, you know, that guy that called before, wake up before it's too late, you moron. The CBC tape that I played, not once but twice, where did that come from? Canada, eh? Did Canada participate in the Iraq attack? No, they did not. They had the balls to say, no way. When your friends are right, you help them out. When your friends are wrong, you say, no thanks, you're wrong. You're making a mistake. Jesus, God, these America firsters, these mindless automatons who want to be manipulated by their goddamn corrupt government for the benefit of Bechtel and Halliburton and all the other money grabbers out there. You got to be a crazy person, man. You got to be a masochist. And that's why the Bush people are able to do it, because the media keeps spoon-feeding the public, and because the masses out there, most of them are morons. Most of them are like from South Carolina, North Carolina, Mississippi, Alabama, Louisiana. Who the hell was that one ball player? Oh, the quarterback on the Hurricanes. What the hell's his name? That bad Berlin.
Brock Berlin.
Brock Berlin. You ever heard him talk?
No.
I mean, he should have been on that poll we did last week. We also left off Butch Davis. We left him off that poll. Drooling rednecks. Butch Davis. Brock Berlin. He's from Louisiana. He talked like this, and he can't play for Schmidt. But other than that, that's America for you, man. It's mostly a bunch of drooling rednecks. And the rest of us are all painted as a bunch of commie, pinko, liberal fags, which you're partly right. Here's a call from Fort Lauderdale. Hello.
Hey, Neil. How you doing, man?
Okay, sir.
All right. Hey, listen, I love your show either way, if you're in a bad mood or not.
I'm in a great mood. I'm in a fine mood.
I know, but I still love the show either way.
I'm just pickled to death to be here.
I got a question for you. Can you please play that song, the Dolphins song, the Losers song?
I started the show with that. I'll play it again.
I'm sorry, I just tuned in, my man.
I'll play it at 1 o'clock. How's that?
Thank you, sir. And get rid of George.
Oh, we got rid of him this week. I thought we were going to, upgrade, but it turns out we got Scott. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T. We got a lot of calls on there. I mean, a lot of open lines. A lot of open lines on this board on a Monday, and my first day back in town. It's not enough to make me want to stick around here too long, I'll tell you that. 350 votes on the poll. Which ethnic or racial group is the most protective or paranoid about its own? Blacks 159, Miriam. Jews 109. 109, as in PT 109. Cubans 64. Muslims 14. Italians 4. Only 4 greaseballs. Here's Miami Beach. Hello.
Hey, Neil. How are you, boss?
Okay.
Good, good. I just wanted to comment, too, on that South Carolina with the cops.
Yeah.
I was just amazed. My wife was out of town, and she came back into town. And I told her what happened, what I saw, and we put on the local news. I thought, sure, it'd be the top story. It was stuck in between, like, sports and weather. And then we checked the Herald the next day. Didn't even have it in the newspaper, in our local freaking Herald.
Really?
Really, because, I know how you said nationally it was covered very excessively.
I saw it a million times on the newscasts.
But it seemed to be blown off locally. No big deal. You know, and the next thing I'm wondering, they're going to knock on my front door into my house and just bash it and say, oh, just looking. So just amazed and dismayed and disturbed by the whole thing.
No, the worst part of it is the way the public just sits back and nothing shocks them anymore. They've been desensitized to the point no matter what the hell crap goes on, it's like, oh, gee, well, that's pretty interesting.
Yeah, and it's okay now. All of a sudden, it's okay.
Yeah.
Scary, be afraid.
Okay.
Be afraid.
Okay, pal, hang in there. See you under the bed.
You know, they got the what? Look.
Here's a call from Miami. Buenos dias.
Do you get paid in Canadian money?
Where are we going? He give me an address, but he don't give me an address. 567. I get paid a lot more than you, man. I get paid more than one paycheck, pal, and you're going to make in 2 years. How do you like that, loser? Don't worry about what I get paid. Here's Miami. Hello.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
How are you, buddy?
Okay.
I actually wanted to get your opinion on what happened in California with the 22-month-old little girl that was taken to the hospital drowning, and she was pronounced dead, and 40 minutes later a police officer saw her moving.
Yeah, it's a damn good thing they didn't throw her in the dumpster like they usually do.
Man, this is exactly why I don't trust doctors.
It reminded me of something from Passions, you know, like Luis. He was underwater for about 6 hours. He came back up, and they just tapped him on the chest a few times. Oh, it looks like he'll be okay.
What I didn't hear was, during those 40 minutes when she was obviously alive, were the parents notified that maybe she was dead?
I have no idea. I didn't spend a lot of time on that story. You know what I'm saying? She's alive. She'll be fine.
Okay, well, take it easy.
And you're right. Doctors suck. Doctors blow.
For the record, the show's a lot better when you're angry, so whatever I can do to piss you off, just let me know.
Okay, thanks. Keep talking. That'll do it. 567-0560, pound 560 on you. We like it when you're pissed off because then we can share our misery with you. We feel that we've succeeded in making you as miserable as the rest of us here in this festering toilet. All the way to work this morning, it's peeing and peeing and peeing and peeing. I'm thinking, it's November already. Does the rainy season ever end? No mo. Used to be like, July and August were really bad, but no mo. Rains every goddamn day. 180 degrees in the shade. You got the goddamn mosquitoes the size of bowling balls. Oh, I got a coon problem. But I had a little coon problem on my patio. Really? Well, they have very distinctive footprints. In fact, there was an article in the Herald yesterday on the front page about raccoons. Did you see it? Of course not.
No.
And about how some people feed them and encourage them, and about how a lot of them got rabbis. They're Jewish coons. And they leave it like when it rains, you can see the footprints out there. And just probably coming in and drinking out of the pool or like sniffing around the barbecue or whatever.
They get big and nasty up
But
there.
now that I have no more dogs, I made sure I got all my screens fixed in there and my door and the whole deal. And they're not going to come in no more. No more coons in my hood. 27 past noon at 560 WQM if you're really working at a crappy job and if your paycheck is like that other guy that called me a little while ago that's worried about my check. If your check isn't even worth cashing it so small. Here's the answer for you. Call our good friends at Fast Train toll free 1-866-FAST-TRAIN. They can have you trained and certified for a high-paying computer network professional career or a high-paying medical computer specialist career in as little as 4 months. That is correct. Your ears were working right. You can be fully trained and ready for a great new career and a big paycheck that goes along with it in just 4 short months. And Fast Train offers you day, evening, weekend classes. They have job placement assistance and financial aid for people who qualify, too. 4 South Florida locations, like I always tell you, there's bound to be a Fast Train close by where you live. So no more excuses. Say goodbye to your dead-end job. Say goodbye to that schmuck boss of yours with a big smile on your puss. Say, hey, I'm going to go out and give me some skill and a real job. Call Fast Train. You can check them on the web first at fasttrain.com. And when you make that call, be sure and tell them that Todd Dreck suggested you make the call. They will pee in their pants. Call toll-free 1-866-FAST-TRAIN.
Live and local. We're Sports Radio 560 QAM.
I broke in through her bedroom window at 5 a.m. to dip my wig. Now what I do was criminal, but that ain't nothing new if you play for the fish. I guess my girlfriend forgot to tell me that this other bitch was someone else's wife. Oh man, her surly husband was mean and healthy, and I found out when it chased me with a knife. Why didn't that bitch tell me? ought to see.
You go, Cecil.
She be in bed with her husband, and that scares the piss out of me. Please don't fail me now.
12:33, that's what they need. They need Cecil Collins back.
Oh!
That'll turn him around. Hey, Ricky, give me the ball. Give me the ball, Ricky. Was that pathetic or what? And when he got tackled by the dreadlocks on that one play, I just about peed my pants. That was so great.
It was glorious.
It was. And what did he get? About minus 80 yards rushing, whatever the hell number he got. 14 was on one play. 14 was on one play. You can't run against them. And Wannstedt, the genius that he is, says before we're going to go back, we're going to run Ricky right down their throats.
You're going to lead the league in rushing. For
the second half of the season, we're going to be a bunch of running fools. Yeah, you're going to be running all right back to Chicago, Dave. You're going to be running right out of town.
It's going to be great when the Jets come in and deal them their death blow.
Won't that be something? Because now that they got Chad back, the man, couldn't believe. Well, that was the Schmidt Bowl out there in Oakland yesterday.
Yeah, it was.
That was pretty. It was like, oh no, we don't want it. You take it. No, we don't want to ruin our losing record.
It's like the Jet and Giant game the week before.
Yeah, that was awfully nice. 5670560. Pound 560 on the AT. What is this thing? Somebody just faxed me. Cross-dressing teens from Harvey Milk High School offered sex for money in Greenwich Village and then robbed the would-be Johns by pretending to be cops, sources said last night. This is from the New York Daily News. The boys, all passing themselves off as ladies of the evening, took money and credit cards from at least 6 men. This is from the Harvey Milk High School for fags. 5 youths were arrested yesterday in the scam, which cops say went like this. The students from the Astor Place High School for Gays and Lesbians promised men cruising the village various sex acts for money. Once the men stopped, the students flashed fake NYPD badges and handcuffs and told the Johns they were undercover vice cops. In one case, the youths brandished a gun. The teen pushed the men against walls, handcuffed them, and took their money, credit cards, and bank cards. They also demanded the personal ID number for the bank and credit cards. The pins. Yeah.
Organized.
Once they had the valuables, the teens typically would say, oh, you're not such a bad guy, let the men go. Now that I got your goods, so to speak. The robberies began October 5th when a 24-year-old man was hustled on Greenwich Avenue by a pair of teens in drag who withdrew $1,200 from his account. The last robbery took place early yesterday when 3 teens stole $85 from a man on West 16th Street. How do you like that? Gerald Kimberly Howard, 17, was wearing a red wig with blonde highlights and a bright red sweatshirt and had handcuffs and police scanner with him when he was busted, sources said. They said the piece was even better than Moe's. Howard began to blab, sources said, and last night cops had arrested 4 more Harvey Milk students who are being held on charges of robbery and criminal impersonation of a police officer. How do you like that? You got to give them, hand it to them. And the pin, too. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. We'll solve the problems in the world right here today before 2 o'clock. I guarantee you that.
Yes.
Make no mistake about it. Just like Mike Siegel. Here's Tamarack. Hello.
Hey, Neil.
Yes, sir.
I called about something else, but since you did mention Dave Wannstedt, I've got a 10-year-old niece, well, a grandniece, but I wouldn't want her being coached by him for hopscotch.
We only have one thing to say to Dave Wannstedt.
Bye, bye, bye! Beyond that?
Yes?
You're talking about George W. Bush. I'll tell you what really tipped me off to the fact that he's a low-life sockwad, as they say in Texas, and
Yes.
It's not a compliment.
Mm-hmm.
That is when he said, oh, that banner about mission accomplished, well, that was those boys. I still haven't got my mission accomplished yet, but they finished theirs. He's bad freaking news. He's having Americans dying daily, man. It ain't making it, pal.
Oh, that was great. Oh! I told you. Took about 600 calls, but I tell you once in a while you get through to a really good one. Here's one of the most chronic faxes of them all. I love your show. Listen every day. Also happen to be a Republican who loathes and fears Bush. Good. However, just want to remind you, Canada is what it is today because it's fortunate enough to share land space with the U.S. What kind of defense spend? Well, what does that have to do with what's going on right now? That's great. That's history. Our Salvation Army can kick their ass, but who would threaten them with the proximity to the U.S.? Love your show. By the way, Republican Congress and Democratic President are the key. Oh, yeah. There you go. Sure. Whatever the hell you say. I say a third party is the key. That's the answer. A real party. fact, a very wise guy that used to work in this building once told me what we need is a new...
Party. Yeah.
Rest in peace. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon.
You know, they got the look.
Wireless line. Here's a call from Plantation, which is usually not good. Hello.
You get paid in America.
See, there, what did I tell you? What did I tell you? Psychic powers again. The Whisperer. Plantation, hello.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
Hey, we need to talk about media diversity. These people are worried about the Panthers coach and stuff. We've got state-run television, state-run news, Rush Limbaugh on 400 channels. What's going on?
And?
What are they going to do about it?
What's who going to do about it?
The FCC came out with this thing, low-power radio stations for diversity to...
Yeah, forget about it. That's just the window dressing.
Yeah, that's bullcrap.
Right, that's
got
right.
a low-power license.
No, sir, nobody cares. Don't you understand? Aren't you listening to the masses? This show is like a mirror of America. Aren't you listening to the masses? They got their finger up each other's asses, the masses. 5670560, and they're doing drug busts at goddamn high schools and slamming the kids down against the floor and against the wall because they might have some wacky weed on them, baby, with guns drawn. Oh, if we had an accident, wouldn't that be unfortunate, huh? Well, we sure do love our guns, and we like to rub them real hard. And the gun, too. 21 till 1 at 560 QAM.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560 QAM.
Okay.
Oh! Sniper Muhammad, charged with a felony. Shot lots of people in suburban D.C. Sniper Muhammad, his trial set to start. He had people jumpy when they heard a fart. Monday morning went to get some ammo. Tuesday he goes shooting with his son. Wednesday they get busted by the police. They found the gun. Sniper Muhammad, part of a psychopath. And we won't be happy till he's in the chair.
1244, that must be another racial thing, I would imagine. 391 votes on that, which ethnic or racial group is most protective or paranoid about its own people. Blacks 180, Jews 120, Cubans 71, Muslims 15, Italians 5. And Eric refuses to put the other ones on there because he's busy having brunch. He's busy, and you didn't call him up like I told you to. Don't call him. He's been doing such a great job getting the stuff on there. And if you haven't seen the Weapon of Mass Destruction countdown yet with El Presidente, you better take a puke at it today. It walks, it talks, it moves, it slips. And if them lips don't look just like Precious, 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T line. Here's Kendall. Hello.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This Neil?
Yes, sir.
Hey, you're the voice of reason in this town. It's my first time call.
All right.
I have to chuckle. A lot of times you mention things about upstate New York. In 1979, I was playing against the Rochester Red Wings. I played in Charleston.
Yes, sir.
And you remember Wayne Kernchicki played for UM?
Yeah.
You used to do UM games years back.
Yes, sir.
Well, he was on that team, and that night, it was opening night. He saw me, and he took me out to a place called the Winfield Grill on Wickham Road. You ever go there?
Never heard of it.
Okay, well, it was a hot spot back then.
Right.
Well, I met a girl then. It was 79, and she's been my girlfriend ever since. I've been going up there for 24 years, and she lives right down the road from Mendon Pond Park on Clover Street.
Yes.
I've heard you mention Mendon Pond Park before.
Sure.
Yeah, but like I said, every time you mention something from up that way, I know that area pretty good now from going up there for so many years. I just like I said, and then something else you've mentioned before, Toronto. We were up there about a year and a half ago, and I went to the Hockey Hall of Fame there in Toronto. Had a great time. Fantastic time.
Well, that's a hockey town, man. It's where people really, they're into it. It's a religion.
Well, like I said, it's first time caller, and I enjoy listening to you immensely. Keep up the good work.
Thanks a lot, Pally. Have a great day.
Okay. Bye-bye.
See you at Vic and Irv's. 5670560. See you at the 12 Corners, Monroe Avenue and Winton Road, baby. See you at 123 Verena Drive in Brighton, New York. What?
The way you just rattle off these names.
That's where I used to live when I was a kid. I can even give you the phone number, Monroe 577OM. You don't remember when they used to have prefixes with letters?
No, not at all. I remember dial phones, rotary phones.
Yeah, no, I'm 1 year as old as I am. You remember when Bell made that first call? Mary had a little lamb. But, no, seriously, we used to have prefixes. You know, like, in New York, they had 85 million prefixes, and our number was Monroe 577OM.
Wow.
How do you like that?
How does that work?
How did what work?
Prefixes like that.
All right, what was the prefix? Monroe. What would be the prefix?
M-O-N?
M-O. Mo. Don't you understand it? Mo was the prefix. That Monroe would be like the first.
No more.
Yeah.
No more.
Monroe 577 OM. Give it a call now. Maybe somebody's going to answer the phone. Maybe Miguel will answer the phone, but I doubt it. He don't get paid enough to do that. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T. Yeah, why do you like Canada so much? Why do you like Toronto so much? Why are you such a goddamn son of a bitch? Because I feel like it. Because I feel like it. How do you like that? Because I say what the hell is on my mind. That's what we pay. They pay me the big bucks for. In fact, they like me so much, sometimes they try to pay me twice. Did you hear that scam before where Duff tried to bring me the check, Miguel? Brought me a check. I already got paid Friday. I told Clarence I got paid today early, Friday. Brings me another check. And I did not accept it because I'm an honest guy. Plus, they would have caught it anyway. If I'd have thought they wouldn't have caught it, I said, hey, sure, no problem. Well, no, they're going to catch it anyway. And then what are they? They're going to think, oh, my God, we got a scam artist working here, you know. I mean, if it was you, sure, you'd take it because you're getting paid peanuts anyway, so you can afford to steal it. But with me, I can't do that. A guy that's making my kind of money, just ask Rimmer and Mitch Hurst. They'll tell you. I used to have a lot of money. Here's a call from Fort Lauderdale. Hello.
Boy, Neil, you're just a trip, man. Just like Scott said, the way you roll things off is great.
Yeah, it is. What kind of phone are you in, man? It sounds like it's underwater.
Is that better?
That's a little better, yeah. It's a crappy phone. I'd take the phone back and tell them to stuff it.
Yeah, a piece of junk AT&T Motorola.
Oh.
Anyway. Let me, it's a work phone, you know, company.
Oh, it's a little better now. It's clearing up a little bit.
All right.
Just like Scott's complexion, little.
I wanted to, in reference to the thing that you played last week with the CBC.
Yes.
I went this weekend to the website and I actually printed out a bunch of stuff from there.
Right.
And I had a family gathering on Saturday evening, so I went on and, you know, showing people all this information. And my family, yeah, they are pretty bright and they're pretty open to things, but you know what? They had the audacity to say to me, "Did I make all of this up?"
Yeah.
And I said, "No, I didn't make this up. I printed it from the CBC website."
Mm-hmm.
They said, "We don't believe one word of this. You must be out of your mind."
Oh, yeah, right.
So I said to them, I said, well, I'm going to give, you know, Neil a call on Monday and try to find out if you could either do one of two things. One, see if you could put the audio up on the website, or if you could possibly play the whole thing for us and let us know. And
I played it again on Friday. I'm not going to play it every day. That would kill an easy hour, but I'm not going to do that.
All right. Well, you think?
Well, what do you mean they don't believe it? Where did they think it came from? You just made it up?
Exactly. They said it.
Yeah, sir. Listen, you're spinning your wheels. Don't waste your time. Okay, consider the source. You know.
All right.
There's an old saying where there's no sense, there's no feeling.
Well, I'm glad that we have a voice like you to give us stuff.
Me too, because I need the money. Thanks a lot, pal.
All right, buddy.
Have a great day. See you around, eh? 5670560. Go Leafs, go, baby. Let's see who we playing tonight. Oh, that's right. They're on the West Coast now. They're starting that 6-game road trip.
Who are they starting with?
Mighty Ducks, I believe.
Uh-oh.
When is that game? I don't really care. I don't want to know. Scary. No, actually, they have played better than I thought they would at this point.
They have.
Tied Jersey again Friday and then beat Edmonton 4-1. McGillney tried to give the puck to the kid, Matt Stajan, there for the empty net goal. Did you see that?
Yeah.
And his pass, unfortunately, as Stajan was getting checked, his pass slid into the net. Nice goal on number 89. Man, McGillney is so underrated. He's so great. He's a pleasure to watch.
We've been watching him for years, following him for years.
Yeah. 76 goals with the Sabres about 100 years ago, and he's still great. Anybody know who that is?
No.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, mister. 401 votes on there, and the dark folks seem to be walking away with it today. They seem to be a step ahead of the Jews. Here's Fort Lauderdale. Hello.
Hey, Neil.
Yes, sir.
I just wanted to, give you a heads up. The Mike Moore book was great. It was
right.
Phenomenal.
It is.
But you gotta read the Al Franken book.
I got it in my apartment up there. I'll read it when I get back. I'm reading right now the David Korn book, The Lies of George W. Bush.
But just for your reader, for your listeners, that it's just easy to read and.
Well, that's good for this crowd. That's very good.
Exactly. But everyone should check it out. The Lies and the Liars, and it's all about Ann Coulter and that stupid bitch.
Okay, Pally, I'll get on as soon as I get back.
All right, bud.
Thanks. Here's a fax that says, oh, now this is bad. The Sun Sentinel must think that you dark folks all look the same because rookie award may be Willis, and the picture they have of Dontrell Willis is really Juan Pierre. Look at that. Even I know that, and I don't pay much attention to the Marlins.
It is.
There's Juan Pierre on the bottom, and the article is about Dontrell Willis. And it says Willis under the picture. You people at the Sun Sentinel, you're idiots, okay? You're a bunch of morons. You would know a goddamn newspaper story if they slid it up Tom Jicka's ass. You people of the Sun Sentinel, what a disgrace. That's another reason this town is full of bozos going like that. Think, give me the ball, because the two newspapers here suck. You suck. Dontrell Willis, my fat old yid fag ass, man. It's Juan Pierre.
What do you think raps better?
I'll tell you one thing. You put the Herald in the bottom of a bird cage and your bird will leave home. Will fly right out and never come back. I'm telling you. You'll never see your bird again. 5670560, pound 560. Did I tell you the story about my limo driver yet? On the AT&T and Verizon. Hey, you know, I couldn't have made up a better story than that, could I?
No.
First of all, he still thinks some guy picked me up. To this moment, until I gave that story, he didn't even know who the hell drove me home.
The INS
I
motor
could have walked home. I could like hitchhiked. He doesn't know. He didn't even follow through on it to find out what the hell happened. Other than calling the house and realizing I wasn't there yet and then realizing I never called him back. So I must have been pretty pissed off, which is why he emailed me just before the show this morning.
Yeah, he CYA'd real quick.
Yeah, he covered it big and fat, man. Plus, you got a sour attitude, too, Ken. I just want to tell you that right now, okay? I don't want to sound like an ingrate, but your attitude is kind of like sour, especially after coming back from Europe, that long 9.5-hour flight, which, thank God, I don't do no mo.
He had to go to Boca?
He got there in 35 minutes. How do you like that?
He must have had to take Mo to Meisner Park or something.
Yeah, probably had to take Mo to the bag change joint. Yeah, they had to clean out his bag. I hope he had to stand there and sniff it. Oh, now, you see Coral Gables, it says on there. Now, you know what that's going to be.
Yep.
Another one of those. Here's Coral Gables. It's predictable. Hello.
Hi, Neil. How you doing?
Pretty good.
I wanted to let you know I'm leaving the country tomorrow, and I wanted to thank you for all the years of fine programming from your
This is a real call from Coral Gables?
It's rare.
I can't believe it.
Well, I'm not, I moved from California 3 years ago. I think I lost a bet with fate when I did that.
Yeah, that was a bad move.
Yeah, well, see, it's so bad I have to not only leave the state, I have to leave the country. So,
That's also a good move.
Well, hopefully, the United States Socialist Republic, or USSR, is becoming a bit interesting. But I figured I might as well have some fun somewhere else and just you look out from the, look out in. It's rather more fun.
Just find your lookout.
Thank you so much for all the years. You've been the best, Neil.
Yes, I have been. I used to be pretty good. Have a great day, Pally. Good luck to you. Have a great life. I used to be really good once upon a time. I mean, that was when I was younger, when I wasn't an old, doddering, angry fart.
About 30, man.
Yeah, about 30 years ago, I was pretty good. And then I came here, and then look what happened. Oh, my God. And then my aunt is having wild diarrhea. And my mother calls up to tell me, don't drink diet soda. It'll give you wild diarrhea. If you'd worry a lot less about my bowel movements, Mom, life would be a hell of a lot better. Your blood pressure would go down 40 points. I'm serious. That's it. 90. When you read her autobiography, 90 years of squeezing it, it's going to be incredible.
You had your brother last week.
And my brother, 4 days visiting Ma. And didn't have any BM till the fourth day. See, so I get a report on everybody in my family. Do you get that? Did anybody tell you about their bowel movements?
No.
Well, that's what you're missing, you see.
Thankfully.
I would tell them, listen, other families, they're a little bit more upfront with each other, a little bit more honest.
I come from the Italian household. They talk about their gallbladder surgeries.
Oh, well, I don't have my gallbladder no more. Although, you want me to tell you about my surgery? It was...
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560. QAM. Buttheads. It's the 1 to 2 hour.
All right. Miami has the Dolphins. They're the worst football team. They flub the ball from goal to goal like no one's ever seen. They're on the ground. That's where they'll stay. They're never in control.
No.
And when you say Miami, you're talking toilet bowl, 'cause they're the Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins number. How many teams in the league?
32.
Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins. Don't bet on them, you'll always lose. They don't know how to tackle. They don't know how to block. Their coaches ought to tell them to put Bengay in their jock. Then they would run much faster, and even in defeat. When we go to the stadium, we'll see Miami Heat, and they're the Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins number. How many teams in the league? 32. Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins. The team that hasn't got a clue. Miami has the Dolphins, but the Dolphins have no fans. Just 50,000 assholes sitting in the stands. They watch the game and all they do is moan and gripe and bitch. I wonder how Joe Robbie got to be so goddamn rich. And they're the Miami Dolphins.
Oh!
Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins number. How many teams in the league? 32. Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins. I hear the crowd begin to boo. The Dolphins have Jay Fiedler. That quarterback's a Jew. Run down the field and he will throw a pass over you. He'll never win a Super Bowl. You shouldn't be surprised. When he gets cut, that doesn't mean that he was circumcised. And they're the Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins number. How many teams in the league? 32. Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins. Jay calls his signals in Hebrew. The Dolphins have no defense and their offense is a joke. Like George Bush eating pretzels, you know they're gonna choke. They'll always disappoint you when they're in a playoff race, with fewer points than pockmarks on Huizinga's ugly face. And they're the Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins number. Oh, what the hell? 32. Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins. Now they're through.
102 at 560 WQM. Boy, do they suck or what, huh? They are brutal, awful, embarrassing, humiliating. I would say I'm thinking of three other games. The 62-7 loss to Jacksonville in the playoffs a few years ago. And then I don't remember what season it was, but at the end of the year they were playing the Bills. The end of the season they played the Bills the last game before the playoffs and just got blown out. And then they went up to Buffalo in the snow and got blown out again in the opening round of the playoffs. A few years ago. It doesn't make any, see, this isn't a sports show, so don't have that look on your face like, oh, well, I don't remember. You know, it doesn't make any difference what year it was.
I remember when they got blacked out during a playoff game.
Right, against the Colts. They couldn't sell it out. That's right. When in doubt, this is such a great football town, we couldn't sell out a playoff game. Is that embarrassing or what? Huh? And it doesn't make any difference, but it's just the idea. The reason you enjoy it is because when you're rooting for another team, the people here take it so hard because that's like the Marlins with the World Series. You notice how fast that disappeared? With the people taking the baseball caps back to Kmart for a refund. Well, we went to the parade. Now can we have our money back? You know, like we're never going to go again. And we're certainly not going to go to any games because it might cost us some money. So that like vanished. That's history. But they take it like, oh, aren't we blessed down here, Jim? Aren't we cursed down here, Jim? Like the whole quality of life issue is based on the success or failure of your sports teams. Well, I'll tell you one thing. If that's the case, for the last 36 years, Toronto must be a cesspool, you know what? Why the hell would I want to be there for the last 36 years? Any cups?
No.
Any chance?
No.
No.
It ain't here.
What's that?
That's why you're not here. That's why I'd go to Toronto. It ain't here.
Oh, I see. That's a good reason. I'd go to like Irondequoit because it's not here. 5670560, pound 560 on the 8. I'd go to Teaneck, New Jersey because it's not here. I'd go to Tenafly. I'd go to Englewood. How do you like that? That's desperate.
Teaneck.
Here's Hollywood. Hello. I'd go to Trenton. Hollywood. Not there? Not there. Here's Boca. Hello. Boca. What is the deal with these phones, with these calls? 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T line. Here's Miami. Hello.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
How's it going?
Okay.
Good, good. I wanted to make a couple comments. Number one, Bowling for Columbine. Whoever hasn't seen it, go out and rent it right now. It's a great movie. Have you seen it?
Yes.
Number two, I wanted to say thank you because I checked out the website over the weekend and saw some of the info from
CBC?
CBC. Yeah, I was totally, I was a little bit, I wasn't too sure about it, but I kept on reading. It sounded like, stuff that the government would want us to know, stuff that sounded somewhat true, a lot more info than we ever got in before.
And it's not somewhat true. It's all documented. It's not like somebody pulled it out of a hat or just made it up.
Yeah, and especially the part about the government trying to hide all the information, classifying it, all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know where we can find more information like that or not?
Where you can find more? Well, read some books would be good. Like go on our website and you'll see a whole list of books you ought to be reading, like the Al Franken book and the David Korn book and the Molly Ivins book and the Michael Moore book, since he mentioned Bowling for Columbine, the new Michael Moore, Dude, Where's My Country? That's what you ought to be reading, which I read 20 pages or 30 pages on the air. That's what you ought to be doing, pal. Do some reading. Don't believe the goddamn media. And sure as hell, don't believe your government. They're having a subpoena the White House. The committee that they appointed to investigate 9/11, they're having a subpoena the records that the White House refuses to turn over. You know what it reminds me of? It's like, and the media continues to pass along stuff, and you listen to it and you think, you people must think we're all morons. Like with Arnold. Well, Arnold said that once the election was over, he would investigate these allegations against him. Have you ever heard of anything so ludicrous in your life? He's going to get a private investigation going of the charges against him. That would be like Ted Bundy saying, well, I don't really remember any of that, but I'll conduct it. It's like O.J. saying he's going to investigate the murders of Ron and Nicole. Same thing. He's going to investigate as if he doesn't know whether he did all these things or not, Arnold. And the media reports it like, oh, this makes sense. Don't you understand? He's going to investigate it. What? Like Hitler's going to investigate whether those people really died or not.
A little late for that.
Yeah, but I'm just as an example. I mean, how could anybody be so stupid as to believe that? How could the media be so irresponsible as to put it in those terms? Well, he told Tom Brokaw he's going to investigate it once the election is over. Duh. Right. It would be like Bubba saying, oh, I'll investigate about those blowjobs. I'll conduct an investigation. Yeah, he's going to all the dry cleaners. What a joke, man. What a freaking joke. And by the way, little Jerry, you can send that fax 8 million times. I don't look at it, not interested, you're an idiot. And thanks for listening to the top-rated show in the USA, in the world, in the universe. 5670560. Now, this is a guy who used to send with little squiggly writing for years and years, every single day. You're an idiot, you're mean, you're nasty. And now he's got a new deal. But all you have to do is see like one word on the fax and you know who it is. And he sends it over and over again.
So not only do we have to take his radio, we got to take his fax machine now, too.
No, we just have to take him and burn his ass.
Oh, right.
With a lighter, with a Bic lighter would be good. Just stick it in there real deep.
Rectum.
5670560, pound 560. Maybe just singe it a little bit first on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. Here's Miami. Hello.
Hello?
Yes?
Yes. My name is Alex. I'm from Miami. Hey.
Yeah, uh-huh. Here's a call from Kendall. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Neil. Is this you?
Sounds like me.
Oh, man, it's a pleasure.
Sounds like me or my twin brother.
Oh, man, I haven't spoken to you since 2000, so I guess that doesn't make me too chronic.
I wonder if I had a twin brother, if he'd have good bowel movements or not. But anyway, go ahead, sir.
No, it's just, you know what, you're great. I love listening to you. I've been listening to you. I've had the privilege lately to be out on the road, and you just make Mom laugh, and you're very hilarious.
There you go.
And you're the best, man.
Look at this. It's almost 1:30.
And there we go. Hey, little parking lot episode you had. I was just curious. Where you live in Broward County now, or
what episode?
With the lady with the hostile SUV lady giving you the nasty look.
Oh, I wouldn't say she was hostile, but she was just very ungrateful and she couldn't give a crap. It was in Broward at Publix.
Oh, because I just moved from Dade County to Broward, and the difference is unbelievable. People may be brutal in Broward, but compared to Dade County, God, it's like a breath of fresh air.
Yeah, well, Dade County is a foreign country. You take your passport when you cross the border? I have to show my passport at the turnpike thing every morning.
I hear you. Hey, I was wondering, because, I've been out of touch. I was out of the state, and I came back, and I know you move on. but you used to absolutely correct, sir, which I heard today.
Absolutely correct, sir.
That is part of a hilarious bit that I.
Oh, I'm not playing the bird tender. No way.
Yeah, you never
No.
play it. All right. Well, for those of us who heard it, it's still a good memory. Keep
Okay.
going. You're the best.
Thanks a lot, Pally. Bye. Thanks for the suck job. 5670560. Here, look at this fax. So you don't get stuff like that in there. Just thought I'd chime in. Oh no, not going to read it. See, it's from the Monkey Man. Go away. See, now that they know I'm here, I'm actually going to see this stuff. I'm not going to read it. You don't understand. You're wasting your time. Just, it'll keep you off the street. Go right ahead. Draw pictures. Write 80 million words. I'm not going to read it. It's just amazing that there are some people. It reminds me, I saw Fatal Attraction again last night for the 8 millionth time. I've seen it many, many times.
About 30, man.
And it's the same thing. It's like they're a bunch of stalkers. And no matter how much you despise them, how revolting they are, you can't get rid of them. They just refuse to go away. So, Monkey Man, go play with somebody else's monkey, okay? Get lost. I'm not reading your facts, looking at your pictures. Go find a life would be a good idea. God, it's just here you go. One letter. You don't even need to look. You don't even need to look at it. But this is part of the South Florida. See, they want to extend it, the hand of anger.
So if they don't get on the line, they fax it.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
See, I wish I had absolutely on there, but I don't. A lot of things we don't have in the 360 here that I do up there. You know what I'm talking about?
Absolutely.
Yeah. 11 past 1 at 560 WQM. Hey, that guy from Rochester before, wherever the hell he was from in upstate New York, I bet you he remembers Vic and Irv's because they were doing it right since 1934 in Rochester, serving up those great dogs and burgers. Vic and Irv's is here in South Florida right now. That's the great news for you folks looking for something new and fresh and delicious and not too expensive. Vic and Irv's on Federal Highway just south of Broward Boulevard and the tunnel on the east side. Vic and Irv's is like taking a flash back in time, going to the time tunnel to what restaurants used to be before the fast food junk that's on every street corner right now. Go into Vic and Irv's, enjoy a real burger or dog served hot, fresh, and fast with their amazing signature meat sauce poured on top. That's the big difference. And Vic and Irv's is being brought to you in South Florida by the same guys who feed you Cheeseburger, and they use the same fresh 100% ground chuck meat as Cheeseburger, offer you an incredible big fat dog. There's nothing like a big fat dog, a quarter-pound hot dog, the biggest piece of meat you've had this week. And, of course, like I said, with that signature meat sauce on there, it's just like taking you back through time in Rochester, New York, or like in Batavia, or in Poughkeepsie, or any of those joints. They also have a great breakfast menu at Vic and Irv's. They got your omelets cooked to order, French toast, pancakes, all your favorite side dishes. So go and see what all the excitement is about and check out Vic and Irv's for yourself. They're on Federal Highway just south of Broward Boulevard and the tunnel on the east side. And be sure and tell them that old cranky Neil, who used to really be good, Neil Rogers, sent you by to Vic and Irv's.
Live and local. This is 560. The radio's all yours now. QAM.
And I guess the diarrhea's better now.
My wife took the car to the mall. She drives my Buick and she's 3 feet tall. I wouldn't ride with her, no way. I said I'd meet her there later today. So I'm just sitting on a bench in Delray, waiting for the lolly bus to take me away. Oi, I'm just sitting on a bench in Delray with my friend Chaim. Looks like it's time to check my change, 'cause the bus fares don't always stay the same. I'm not gonna do what Yetta tells me to do. To drive at her age, she must be insane. Just sitting here resting my bones, wondering why my wife won't leave me alone. We've talked it over, but I never win. I just wind up schlepping through the mall again. Oi, so I sit on a bench in Delray, waiting for the lolly bus to take me away. Oi, I'm just sitting on a bench in Delray with my friend Chaim. And there he is. It's about damn time. I've been waiting here all damn day on this bench. Where the hell have you been? Hey, where the hell are you going? Come back, you schmuck.
116 at 560 WQM. You know how many listeners there are to the sports shows on this station?
About 30, man.
It's all the same people. Here's this New England Paul asshole again. It wasn't bad enough that I ripped him for calling in on the Mo Show this morning, but now he's faxing me again. Don't fax here, no Mo, okay, New England Paul? And don't give me a song and dance because you're a Patriot fan. I'm supposed to like you. You're chronic. You're an idiot. And he gets all bent out of shape if I won't read his faxes on the air. I won't, but I will tear them up on the air. You hear that? I like the sound of it. Excellent. Idiot. Man, oh man, this radio station is a cancer. It really is. You know what I'm talking about? This whole sports nerd thing?
Terminal.
It is so freaking ponderous. And by the way, tell your friend, since he was in here this morning, tell him tomorrow I'm expecting a check from his ass, okay? Now that I'm here for abandoned pet rescue, instead of all that crap.
34 seaters, 34 seaters.
Yeah, I don't need to hear that.
34 seaters, 34 seaters.
Yeah, tell Pharrell to get a goddamn check in here. He can handle it. What are you laughing about? Why are you laughing? Why
he
is
writes
that so
in crayon.
funny?
I don't know if he knows how to fill a check.
Well, tell him to bring a blank check. I'll fill it out for him, okay? I'll fill it out. God. And some of these other people around here, I don't want to mention no names, making the big bucks from this place. Of course, George used, they're waiting until you come back. I guess he was right, try to impress me. I don't want to be impressed. I just want the money for the cats and the dogs, mostly the dogs. God. Here's a call from Hialeah. Hello. Hialeah. Going once. Long gone. Here's Orlando. Hello.
Hey, Neil.
Yes, sir.
I haven't called in probably a year, I'd say.
Good.
Good.
Well, no, I mean, that means you're not chronic.
Well, semi, maybe. But last week, I listened to your shows every time I get a chance, the archives and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Last week when you talked about the Reagan movie and CBS, pandering and pulling it off.
They pulled it.
They pulled it, yeah. And that guy called you up. And I never ripped you or anything. Never. You're the best in radio.
But
it got me angry with that guy called up and said that you were a hypocrite about the
that was a crank. That kid it's a kid. It's a chronic crank.
The Condoleezza bit.
Yeah.
Why you can't play it. And you
Right.
said last week that it's not even on your best of CDs.
Right.
You can't put it on there.
That is correct.
I thought QAM had nothing to do with your best stuff. They don't help you out or anything, but they dictate what you can put on there.
That is right. In that particular case, you're correct.
Well, here's the clincher.
See, let me try to explain something to you and a lot of other people out there who think that life is so simple. There are people, I hate to break the news to you, but there are people out there who would like to use things like that to try to attack this program, my livelihood, this radio station, and we're not just going to hand it over to them and say, oh, well, here you go, see how much damage you can do. So you just make this stuff go away if you have any brains at all.
Oh, so if somebody theoretically, I'm not saying me, but if they had a copy of that and they wanted to stick it on a file sharing program and spread it about, that wouldn't be a good idea, huh?
What do I care? They can do whatever the hell they want.
Okay.
Well, why are you so obsessed with that bit? What difference does it make?
It's just the principle behind it that you always say what's on your mind and you don't back down.
Sir, there's a difference though. Don't you understand? There's a difference. I work for other people who pay my paycheck, okay? I'm not a network. I don't make decisions like that. I work for other people and they have the final say on what's going to be on the radio station or not. They own the license. Don't you see the difference?
You're still the best in radio.
Okay,
Neil.
have a great day, sir. Oh, brother. Round and around and around and around. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. Here's Fort Lauderdale. Hello.
Yes, sir. On that Boy Scout thing, I'm really not...
Oh, brother. Reverend Jones now playing his old tapes. That's how much he's into himself. And by the way, if we ever see you at Pompano Park, we're going to stick you out in the middle of the stretch. As Brian Sears and Wally Hennessy come down the stretch, we're going to stick your ass right in the middle. Here's a call from Miami. Hello. Miami.
Hello?
Yes?
Yes.
This must be Alex again who called before.
That's right.
Okay, well, listen, Alex, have a great life. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. Here's Tamarack. Hello.
Uncle Neil.
Yes, sir.
Okay, a couple of things. As far as the cops in the school, you remember the picture of the Nazi with a 5-year-old kid holding a rifle to a kid in Germany?
Yeah.
It's the same kind of stuff. The kid's laying there with his hands up.
Mm-hmm.
All right. The second thing I wanted to talk about is the prisoners of war from the first Gulf War that were tortured. They were pissed upon. They were clicked up with the revolvers and everything, and they were awarded money. But, however, the Bush administration says we cannot release the frozen funds from with the Iraqi funds because we need it to rebuild Iraq.
Right.
Isn't that beautiful?
Mm-hmm.
How the hell is
Just like those great veterans benefits they're doing such a good job on, too.
Do you know, I just donated to the JWV because the guy was standing here with a cup. I don't give money to anybody anymore.
Yeah.
They're all a rip-off here in Florida. But the point is they have to pay $8.01 as a combat veteran if they're in the hospital. We're charging our veterans money to be wounded in a hospital.
Right.
It's unbelievable.
And until it came out in the news, until a few weeks ago, we were charging them for meals, too. We were charging them to pay for their own meals. That's correct.
It's unbelievable. Okay, long-time listener. Great show. Always enjoyed.
Zagazun.
Take care. You too.
5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T. By the way, those who don't know what that means, it's code. We speak in code. Here's West Miami. Hello.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
How you doing?
Pretty good.
Neil, I know you got a lot of great books on your website, and I just finished a terrific book. It's by ex-naval officer Jeffrey Gilbert. I don't know if you've read that book.
No, never heard of it.
Called American Fiction, the Uncle Chicken Leg Story.
No. American Fiction what?
I think
Whatever.
that call was fiction.
Yeah. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon. Yeah, he had somebody read him a book called The Chicken and the Hawk. 23 after 1 at 560, WQM 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T. This great bastion of intellectualism. There's probably another Hurricane fan there. That's what he was. It's so sad that some of you out there, your whole life revolves around silly ball crap. Yeah, that's your life is ball crap. Oh, give me the ball. Give me the ball. We lost. What are we going to do? Jim, are we cursed down here? Very sad. If they would get as emotional about things that really counted as they do about caca, then maybe we might actually make some change, you know what? Like Michael Jackson would say, make that change. But what are they really whipped up to a frenzy about?
Caca, poop, pissing.
You got
What
it.
else? What am I missing?
Not much. Here's Coral Springs. Hello.
Hey, Neil, how are you?
Okay.
I don't know how Mo Howard David is the voice of the Dolphins. The guy.
Sir, this is the same call you made to him this morning. This is the same call you made to him this morning, verbatim. You see what I mean? You see what I mean? I may be old and senile, but I'm on to you assholes out there. The same asshole with the same call. How can you be the boss of the Dolphins when everybody thinks Jim, you know? Get a life, you idiot.
You know, they got the what? Yeah, look.
Attaboy, Mo. Almost enough to make me on Mo's side, almost. Not quite. Which ethnic or racial group is most protective or paranoid about its own? I was prompted for that poll again because of Miriam Oliphant and that ridiculous story about those goyim in the churches again. Oh, we gotta send emails to the governor. We gotta support Miriam. It's a racial thing, right? Sure. Blacks 211, Jews 140.
Oi!
Cubans 87.
Incredibly.
Muslims 17 and Italians only 5. And you want to know why they say Italians only 5? Because they don't want to offend their Italian friends. You don't understand that, don't you?
Very important.
Because otherwise, you know what happens?
I'm going to make him an offer he can't refuse.
Exactly. Although I do like better than that.
Do you know who I am? I'm Mo Green. I made my bones when you were going out with cheerleaders.
Hey, Mo. Oh, jeez. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon line. The Mad Dog at 2, and he is going to be pissed off and fired up and suicidal today and probably dump all over Mo as well. And rightfully so.
We're Sports Radio 560, QAM.
Beautiful. She was young. She was innocent. She was the greatest piece of ass I ever had, and I've had them all over the world.
Jessica, I'm home. What's for dinner?
Oh, hi, Homer. We're having chicken. Woohoo! Or is it tuna?
Joe.
I don't get it. I mean, the can says chicken. Woohoo! But it tastes like tuna.
Joe.
The Jessica Simpsons. It's TV's first animated reality show with two-dimensional Homer and one-dimensional Jessica.
Oh, forget it. Let's just order some buffalo wings.
Ew, Homer. I don't eat buffalo.
Don't be silly, Jessica. Everybody knows buffalo wings are made from chicken.
Oh, Like chicken of the sea?
Oh, the Jessica Simpsons. Because people this dumb could only be in cartoons. Right?
Oh, and speaking of Homer Simpson, he's got the inside story on Prince Charles.
He prefers the company of men.
Who doesn't? 1:30 at 560 WQAM on a great Monday, man. It's a great day to be in South Florida, isn't it?
No.
It's fabulous. Fabulous. Almost as fabulous as cross-dressing. Here's a call from Davey. Hello.
Hey, Neil.
Yes, sir.
About that caller last week, who's called you a hypocrite.
Yeah.
I understand, you're just doing what your bosses are telling you to do, and, you don't run the radio station. But why do you criticize Phil Hendry for his views?
For his views on what?
Well, you criticize Phil Hendry for...
Well, wait a minute. What did his views have to do with what that caller was talking about? He wasn't talking about my views.
Well, no, because you responded to his call saying, well, I don't make...
Because I think he sold out. That's why. Do you want an answer to the question or not? Do you want an answer or do you just want to keep up, but you don't want an answer? So I'm not going to waste my time. What is the comparison between that? It's like saying, well, you talked about that caller last week and $1.75. What? Huh? Exactly. Man, oh man. 567. Get back on your banana boat, pal. I'll see you at the limo place at the airport. Here's a lady in Weston. Hello.
Hello.
I think he paints his bald spot. Yes, ma'am.
Hey, I got a question for you.
Good.
Finally, a decent one. What happened to the Marlins and the president? I mean, who is a jerk anyway, but why haven't the Marlins been to Washington, or why didn't...
Now, can I ask you this question?
Yeah.
We have American kids who are dying every day in Iraq, in a war that should never have been fought. We got kids being threatened at gunpoint by Gestapo stormtroopers in South Carolina in a public school, and you're worried about why the Marlins haven't been to the White House?
No, I don't really care.
Good. 5670560. What a simpleton bitch. Oh, my God. That's unbelievable. That's the biggest she's got to worry about. And you wonder why America's in the state that it is today. I have one thing to say to you, lady.
You bitch, you slut, you whore.
Yeah, and that's the nicest thing I can say to you. 56705. You see what I'm talking about? With the sports thing. Oh, the Marlins should be at the White House, and the president should be sucking their ass, and he should be giving like Geritol to Jack McKeon, and all this other good stuff, yeah. Maybe he'll stir Jack's Wheatina for him, okay? If he talks real nice to him. Here's Miami Lakes. Hello.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing great.
Hey, I don't want to change the subject, but
what subject? We don't have a subject. Subject is whatever you want, unless we don't like it.
Well, I thought you'd get a good laugh knowing that. Do you get Men's Health magazine?
No, I sure don't. Only fags get that.
But this latest edition lists Hialeah in the top 25 best cities for men to live.
Are you kidding me?
No, but you got to get it just to check it out.
No, I would never buy that magazine. It's bad for my image. Have a great day, Pally, and butch up a little, will you, sweetheart? There's a fact. What? You buy Men's Health magazine?
No.
Of course not. Only fags buy that magazine. I don't know why. Has it got like naked pictures or something? I just know it's a fag mag.
It's a metrosexual publication.
Oh, is that what it is? I forgot about that. That's Howard Dean said. It's metrosexual. Howard Dean, which was a way of saying I'm not a queen because I do have a wife, and a family, just because I signed that gay partner thing in Vermont. See, I love Howard Dean, but that was such a stupid way he got boxed into the corner, because they replayed the debate over the weekend, the rock the vote. And when they're backing him into the corner about the Confederate flag, and he's appealing to the white Yahoo pickup truck driving voter in the South by saying that we want your vote and we want to get you into our tent and all that. And then he turns around and says, well, I'm the only one on this platform who signed gay rights legislation for partnerships. And I'm thinking to myself, oh, yeah.
That's the thing you
old Rufus down there in Georgia with his Doberman and his pickup truck and his rebel flag on the back. He's sure going to cotton to you right now, Howard. Jesus. Dummy up a little bit about crap like that. Keep it a secret. Man. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon. And to show you how desperate John Kerry is, John Kerry fired a campaign manager, and now what's his name? John Edward from North Carolina. Now he's bringing up the rebel flag thing again. That's his only issue. Bringing that back again. As the Democrats do what they do the best, try to shoot each other in the foot and self-destruct. Here's Hollywood. Hello.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Hey, Neil, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing all right.
Okay.
Better than them Dolphin fans, man. I'm doing a lot better than them.
Yeah, it's a very sad thing.
Boy, they suck.
I want to talk to you about another sellout weasel like our friend Phil Hendry.
No, don't start segue with this last caller, okay? Let's stick to whatever you want to talk about. These people are playing a game today. They all got a game. They all got an agenda.
Yeah, the top weasels of Congress and that issue.
Are you sure?
The issue of the non-issue of paying for your meals in hospitals.
Yeah.
It's a non-issue because military personnel who don't eat on a base get a check to get their meals.
Yeah.
And when they get their meals on a base, like at a hospital, they got to give that money back. That's all it is. It's wherever you are. And that's anybody in a hospital, whether you're sick or in stateside or whatever. But, of course, the weasels in Congress grabbed a hold of it and said, we're going to defend our military personnel, and those of them that don't get killed, well, we're going to give them their meals free. Mm-hmm. Well, really, it's just...
Well, I think that was an interesting thing, those of them that don't get killed. That was the operative line.
Yeah, very sad, too, that it is operative.
They're dying every day, man, and they're dying for nothing. They're dying for oil and for big business.
It's a sin.
And the public's worried about why the Marlins aren't at the White House.
Yeah.
In fact, maybe the Marlins ought to be running the White House. Be a hell of a lot big improvement. Have a great day, Pally.
Yeah, you too.
See you. Yeah, maybe Jack McKeon ought to be running this country. What do you say?
All right.
Let's go, old Jack, huh? He the man. Instead of this ridiculous, big, Dumbo-eared goofball, this D&D guy, dangerous and dumb, who's just a pawn. Dick Cheney's the one that's calling the shots. We have some good articles on the website the last 2-3 days about how this country is being run by Dick. That's right. It's exactly what we got. Dick with the bad ticker, man. He's got 85 pacemakers.
Another Dick in the White House?
That's what we got. I wonder if he's spotted or not, like the old spotted owl. 567-0560, pound 560. I hope you all had a good bowel movement over the weekend, especially after those 2 football games. Can you imagine? Boy, my mother's really, she's jealous. She is jealous. Because if there's one thing you could say about both performances by the Hurricanes and the Dolphins, it was crap. That was it. Heavy duty, crap. Unbelievable, crap. Total and pure and unadulterated. Crap. Say it again. Crap. I love it. And by the way, that's no crap. 22 till 2. Don't forget, you got to get Pharrell to bring me in a check tomorrow. You're laughing about it. Just remind him. He just keeps forgetting about it. He'll do it. He's not a cheapskate, is he? No, he's in fact, get him liquored up a little bit. Give him some of them pills that George left you.
He might steal freight train at that point.
Yeah, good. Well, he can donate it to Abandoned Pet Rescue. We'll sell it. We'll pawn it. We'll auction it off right on the street corner where Miguel's going to be selling drugs tomorrow. 22 before 2 already. This has gone by fast today. Don't ask me why. I never dreamed of it. The first part. See, of course, there's 2 things. Number 1, I haven't worked in the studio in a couple of months. And number 2, it's Monday morning, which means that the sports assholes have been here all weekend long. George is always screaming about it, too, and rightfully so. Screwing with all the settings, with everything. Because this is like a playground for the sports nerds when we have a bunch of ball games on. And we had a Hurricane game on. We had a Panther game on Saturday night, such as it was. By the way, Scott Mellenby, we love you, but shut up already. And then we had the Dolphin game on yesterday, such as it was. I think the Dolphins missed the bus to the stadium in Tennessee, didn't they?
So who was on the field? The Miami Women's Auxiliary?
It might as well have been. I mean, seriously, as you watch that game, I kept thinking to myself, I see 2 different things. I see one team that's out there to try to win a football game, and I see another team that's just like, they're going through the motions. They don't care. My grandmother could have tackled better than they were doing yesterday. And I still say Tennessee could have scored at least 100 points if they really would have, put their nose to the grindstone. But why bother?
I think they held up.
Yeah, they held back. I mean, that was so piss poor. And these people, like Jeff Cohen. I mean, Jeff's a good guy, but he's another one of those fans. You have to, if you're going to be a real fan, don't delude yourself. You hope for the best, of course. You like your team to win every game, but don't delude yourself into thinking that your horseball team is great. Oh, they're going to turn it around. We're talking Super Bowl. Yeah, it happens in this town all the time. Why can't you can still be a fan and not bullcrap yourself. But that's what they do. Oh, here we go. Let's hear it.
Miami has the Dolphins.
20 till 2 at QAM. If you're looking to replace that old, tired carpeting in your home, let me tell you about Laminates of Rust. This is a great idea for you. They're the easy, low-maintenance alternative to expensive natural wood flooring. Laminates of Rust is the best place to find laminated wood flooring from Peridor, Pergo, Wilsonard, Uniflor, and Quickstep. And all of Laminates of Rust flooring is installed by Pergo certified installers. Here's another great reason why you ought to be calling Laminates of Rust. Their prices are so low, they'll floor you. By the way, that kid that called about the Phil Henry thing, it's just dawning on me. I'm a little slow. That's the Circle Jerk crew of the Julios. The 3 calls. But anyway. Right now at Laminates R Us, you can get their fall special for just $1,495. Let me say it again, just $1,495 gets you up to 295 square feet of beautiful laminate wood flooring, a price that is unbeatable and unbelievable. And Laminates R Us will match any legitimate written offer, too, which is why it is unbeatable. For a free and home estimate, call them today. Toll free. Call 1-877-777-3336. What could be simpler? Free carpet disposal, free furniture moving, a 25-year warranty, and years and eons of beautiful, easy care laminate wood flooring. If you want to check this out, there's no obligation. Be sure and tell them that crusty old Neil told you to call Laminates R Us. It's toll free. What do you got to lose? 1-877-777-3336.
This is Sports Radio 560 QAM.
David Show. After this word from our friends at the Memory Loss Center. Our friends at the Memory Loss Center. What was I doing? What are you laughing at, Doc, you fat blimp? You know who I am? How dare you make fun of me? Why, I'll have you know, I'm the...
Oh, your teeth fell out! Your teeth! They fell out!
All right, Doc, you're fired. Get out!
Get out, Doc!
Never mind that.
Get out!
You're fired!
Get out! Watch your teeth!
Bastard. I'll show that old bastard. Perfect. An ice cream truck.
Special today on strawberry and Cucamonga pops.
Get out of here, kids. Scram! You, get back in the truck and do what I say.
See?
All right, now drive.
See?
Just shut up and keep driving. Back and forth in front of the station.
See? May I ask what you are doing?
I'm changing the sign. Gotta earn a living somehow. There.
3 mammograms?
Sure. Then all the broad's got to do is lock them babies right up here in the window, and we perform a public service.
We are being flagged down.
Go ahead. Hey, you kids, get out of here. This ain't an ice cream truck no more. Now go get your mother.
Uh-oh, the police are coming.
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
Okay.
It's illegal. Quick, drive back to the station. Mo should be walking out right about now.
See?
There he is. Let me off this. Hey, Mo!
Hamstray, you loser, you failure!
Come here!
You bum!
Come here!
Hey!
I just want to talk to you!
Don't touch me! You know my
It's my turn now, you old bastard! Get out of here!
Get out of my pants!
Hang on!
No!
Yo! Zach's raping Mo!
146 at 560. So anyway, Katrina, thank you. She just brought in some of the most delicious stuff. No, it's not food. Arizona iced tea, which I love, but this is it's a special no-carb thing. There are 2 of them, blueberry green tea and white cranberry green tea. No carbs, 0 carbs. And they're delish. I love Arizona iced tea. Maybe we get like Jeff Cohen could bring over when he comes over later in the week about 5,000 of these, you think? He'll take out a loan. Something. I begged him. I told him, don't go in that location. You can't see it from the street. It's been 100 other restaurants, and they all fail. Don't go in there. I got a partner. You know, you can't tell anybody nothing. All they say is,
they got the what? Look.
Right. That's it. 5670560 pound 560 on the AT&T line. Which ethnic or racial group is the most protective or paranoid about their own? Blacks 233. Bye, Miriam. Jews 157. Cubans 94, Muslims 19, and Italians only 5. Don't be picking on them. Here's Hialeah. Hello.
Neil, first-time caller?
Yes, sir?
This is John from Little Havana, and I just want to say I just saw George in the Father O'Toole on TV.
Yeah, okay, great. Have a good time in Hialeah at the J.C. Penney's. He's doing the limbo rock. He's drilling glory holes in the tea room at J.C. Penney's at Westland. Here's Fort Lauderdale. Hello.
Neil?
Yes, sir.
I figured out why the world is going down the tubes.
And why is that, sir?
Religion.
Are you kidding me? I was at my girlfriend's parents the other night for dinner, and her sister-in-law was arguing about her son joined a Baptist church and has to give 15% of his check. And I said, well, aren't you going to church too? And she said, yeah, but I don't give that much money. And I said, well, both of you are giving money for something. She said, well, he's in a cult. I said, well, which one are you in? And she said, well, I'm Catholic. And I said, well, you're in the biggest cult. And
Only $50. Exactly.
I was put in the closet.
She's in the cross-dressing cult.
Honest to God,
with
so
the men in the
them up
dress.
As much as you can, please.
Okay,
all
Pally.
of them.
Okay. Let him, just tell him Coxahoy's. 5670560, pound.
Only $50.
560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. Good old-time religion, baby. But, when you got the brainwashed masses out there, you expect them to think for themselves?
No.
Of course not. That's why we're like farting in a windstorm, but at least I'm taking them big checks home, right to the bank. That's it. Farting in a windstorm. And I sure hope that the little Julios out there, see, they did this to celebrate my coming back to town today, so that's why we had the thing. The original call last week was them. About the Reagan thing, and I'm a hypocrite.
Oh, okay.
And then, so these are the follow-up calls, and they're all sitting around each other with sandpaper. They're rubbing each other's schlongs with sandpaper. Because where there's no sense, there's no feeling. Here's Miami. Hello.
Hi, Neil.
Yes, sir.
I wonder, has anyone ever find out if there's anyone in the White House or in the Congress? Do they have any?
Sir, are you Jamaican?
Yes, I am.
Oh, I can't talk to you. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T. Well, he's probably subversive.
Yeah, man.
We're not talking. He's probably a drug kind of guy, a Rasta guy. Like, poor, what's his name? Ricky Williams there yesterday. Oh, did you know that the Colts have got a Ricky Williams also?
Really?
Yeah, they got a Ricky Williams.
Where does he play?
In the tea room with the other guys. No, they got a Ricky Williams. I couldn't believe that. One of them's got to change their name. And after the Dolphin game yesterday, I know which one it ought to be. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I changed my name, too, and get a haircut. Here's Deerfield. Hello.
Uncle Neil.
Yes, sir.
I apologize if you already covered this, but I heard you reading articles out of the Sun Sentinel today. Did you see the article where the government is trying to take away money from former POWs of Iraq and use that money to rebuild Iraq?
Yeah, somebody talked about that a minute ago, yeah.
Okay, I didn't hear it. I'm sorry. Is that disgusting?
The fact that they were beaten and abused and peed on and everything else, we can't be bothered. We're sorry. We need that money for Bechtel and Halliburton.
That's right. Halliburton's going to make out well.
See, this administration is Robin Hood in reverse. Steal from the poor and give to the rich.
Unbelievable.
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Then thank you.
Absolutely correct, sir.
Live and local. We're Sports Radio 560 QAM.
Only in the Banana Republic, baby. Only in Miami.
There he is. There's the Mad Dog. He is pissed, baby. He is foaming at the mouth.
Well, they'll dope you with a drug called THG. It's steroid that won't show up in your pee.
All right.
They'll dope you if your name is Barry Bonds. How else could he have put that muscle on?
Yes.
But they can't find it with a microscope. Every player must be doped. Well, they'll dope you if you want to play pro sports. They'll dope you and then they'll haul you into court. They'll dope you just to make your muscles ripped. And when you testify, just plead the fifth. No matter what they ask, just say no. Every player must be doped.
Me estoy muriendo aquí.
155. Mad Dog's looking good. He's a little pissed off, a little surly. He was making some nasty comments about Mo. No, he wasn't. I just made that up. Well, why the hell not? He did make some nasty comments about that performance yesterday by the Dolphins. He said the stench of Commodore is permeating through this place. I said, well, that's just Scott in there. And he ran out of here. Here's a fax. I love this. Faxing this right now to City Hall in Goose Creek, says one of our astute listeners who actually is, making a little effort. Look at that. Isn't that a beautiful thing? It says homepage, City of Goose Creek, and it's got a big swastika there. A big swastika.
Boy!
And it says, welcome to the City of Goose Creek. Here we have only the finest Nazi SWAT team in the U.S. If your kids go to school here, you can be assured that if there's any indication that some kind of shenanigans is taking place on school property, we will send in our professional stormtroopers with their guns drawn. We pride ourselves in rousting teenage blacks. We don't call them niggers anymore, unfortunately, who we suspect have drugs on them, even if we don't have proof. So y'all come on down and move to Goose Creek, it says. Nice going, listener, whoever the hell you are out there. Sending it to City Hall in Goose Creek, South Carolina. Man, oh man. Everybody hit the floor, okay? Here you go. Come on. You first. It's the American effing way. Oh, people getting fatter. I love this. I hope Fat Boy's listening. And Josh Friedman used to be here. Huh?
He was here last night.
Josh Friedman?
Yeah.
See, it's my psychic powers again.
Wow.
Somebody faxed this in. Of course, all the articles about people getting fat. Miguel brought me this earlier. Kids snatch fat crown of Europe with diet and lifestyle in Italy, where they used to be so healthy and all that pasta and all that stuff that they didn't make them fat. But now the problem is they're mixing it with all the crap that we have exported, and now the Italian kids are the fattest in Europe. Probably eating at McDonald's and all this other garbage instead of the Mediterranean diet. So Italian kids are getting fat, and, like I said, good news for Fat Boy, scales that go up to 1,000 pounds, steering wheels for drivers who can't fit behind standard wheels, a device to help people who can't bend over to put on their socks, and supersized towels. This is great. This is for America, baby. Yeah, because we're fat. We're big, fat, dying, sick, diabetic assholes, but we sure like to eat a lot. And aren't you proud of me? It's 2 o'clock. I didn't eat nothing. Not a thing.
I'll vouch for that.
Zippity-doo-dah. Got through the first day on the show. I'm drinking my blueberry green tea from Arizona Tea. It says increasingly companies are making bigger products for America's bigger people. Customize everything from caskets to seatbelts. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, 20% of Americans are considered obese. I guess we're running out of piano cases. While some researchers say that products can help overcome the stigma of being overweight, others suggest they might encourage obesity by making extra large the norm. And then where do we go from there? Like it's fatter and fatter and fatter. If we tacitly readjust our world, in some sense we're responding to reality, said Arthur Kaplan, chairman of the ethics department of the University of Pennsylvania School of Medicine and Fat. At the same time, there's no doubt that making those adjustments makes it easier to live bigger. That's right. It used to be that products for overweight people were tucked away into the corners of stores, but now businesses ranging from clothing retailers to car manufacturers recognize that big people are big business. Goliath Casket of Lynn, Indiana, every month ships 4 or 5 triple-wide models. We're not talking about trailers, by the way. We're talking caskets. 44 inches wide compared to the standard 24. In July, Goliath started offering a 52-inch wide model and has already sold 3, company vice president Julianne Davis said. See, one thing, look at this. Bill Fabry and Nancy Summer founded Ample Stuff of Bearsville, New York, when Summer, who weighs 450 pounds, told Fabry she couldn't find a sponge to reach certain parts of her body. Fabry, an engineer, came up with the sponge on a stick. Sponge on a stick!
That's
Square Bob sponge pants. The company is built on an entire line of products with heavier people in mind, including seatbelt extenders, higher limit scales, and extra large towels. Big people just want a chance to do what everybody else takes for granted. Like maybe have sex. Well, first you gotta find it. Anyway, 500 and, what do we got? 532 on the votes. Which ethnic or racial group is the most protective or paranoid about their own? Blacks 247, Jews 162, Cubans 99, Muslims 19, Italians 5. And by the way, Miriam Oliphant, one thing to say to you, honey.
Bye, bye, bye! The Neil Rogers Show on 560 WQAM, Miami, Fort Lauderdale.
The Mad Dog. He's the best. I mean, that just makes you want to go whack it in the closet for about 15 minutes, doesn't it? All right.